Not totally sure what's going on. All I know is that there was a splash scene and Taylor's behind the wall yelling,
I quit, I believe.
He's yelling, I quit, or there could have been a fire. I heard there was a fire here earlier, so I don't know what some of there was 5 fire trucks outside. Sometimes that just means like a little old lady fell down or something. Sometimes it's a cat stuck in a tree. Sometimes
somebody takes a bad beat and literally sets the table on fire.
I was thinking sometimes it's actually a fire.
Nice.
I don't know what happened.
Not tonight. Not up in here.
We're doing a special stream tonight. We are doing what? Poker?
I believe we're doing poker. It's live. Oh my god, guys. It is a continuation of Jonathan Little Week, and I am super freaking stoked, excited, all of the above.
Can we get the flyer? Because the flyer really tells it all, where Veronica's splashing the cards on Jonathan's head.
Exactly. He's like, yeah. He's like, and here is Veronica just throwing cards at me.
And I actually, there it is.
There it is.
So see, Veronica is splashing cards all over Jonathan's head, and that's how we do poker and stuff.
And so far from talking with Veronica, that's what I hear. She's just splashing all sorts of money and giving it to everybody but herself.
So you're going to see a cast of the usual characters for our typical Veronica and friends, and by that I mean booze. There's lots of booze on the table, and
probably the best player at the table is the wine.
Well, I have noticed that if you want a fun table, if you want an exciting table, even aside from the booze, you want a talkative table.
Yeah.
The loud table is also the action table, because let's be honest, no one's sitting in a actionless game high-fiving and partying and taking shots like that. When you see the quiet game, go to the next game.
It's true. It's same approach for craps. If the table's hopping, just go. If everybody's having fun, go over.
Craps is just like every
absolutely. And I'm not good at craps, right? But just go to the table who's having the most fun.
Who's good at craps?
Nobody.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. And with that being said, let's go to the table.
Let's walk it.
So, like I said, a lot of familiar faces. Mike Postel in seat 1, for example, and he looks super excited. Look at that picture.
Miss it.
He looks super excited.
We said, show me your most excited face you can make, and that's what he gave us.
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna play some poker tonight.
I think he took the am I dead approach. I might be a zombie. All right. But Mike P, absolutely correct. This table is filled with crushers. This is going to be action central tonight.
The one, the only, only, the ridiculous, soulless, rangeless monster. Maybe soulless was too far.
Yeah, soulless was too far. He's definitely got a soul, but rangeless all day.
Rangeless. That's Frank. You all know and love him. And Frank is here to cause problems, not just play poker, but usually by the end of the stream, Frank has been kicked out of the casino and we can't get him back in for like 6 months.
That smile you see in Frank's avatar is right when he flips over like Queen Deuce and you like jammed all in pre for like $800. And he's like, yeah, of course.
He has a long history with Mike, too.
I know.
And the fact that they're sitting right next to each other.
In the same seats that, well, actually, normally it's like seat 1 and 3.
No, he's usually in 3.
Yeah.
So that should be fun. In seat 3, one of many, Veronica always says, that's my sweetheart, that's my sweetheart. She has a lot.
She loves Zach from Zach.
Come on.
She loves
Zach from Zach's up there. He's on top of the list. And there he is, squinting. Apparently it was too bright when I took the picture earlier. So there you have it. Seat 4, the one, the only. The game is actually named after her. That is Miss Veronica Brill. And look at that. She's got some wine.
Double fisting what she affectionately calls mom juice, right? All the wine you can handle.
Yes.
All the wine. Very good. So we love Veronica. That's a staple, guys. It's no coincidence that Veronica and Friends is held on Wine Wednesday.
Right.
Half price of wine bottles and wine glasses, and we do damage.
You know her. You love her. Alicia Ducky, the head duck in charge. See her in the chat room all the time. Mr. Duckworth's wife, who plays makes a lot of final tables. I believe he is playing this Friday on the $1,100 buy-in single table sit and go.
Ducky and Miss Duckworth, like a literally perfect
family.
crusher couple.
My absolute favorite Stones Live commentator is in seat 6. It used to be you.
Dang it.
She's so great.
Dang
Casey
it.
Mills is in the game.
She is.
And here's the thing. She's a crusher in the booth and she's a crusher in the game.
Oh, absolutely.
So she's a double threat, possibly a triple threat. She might have another skill I'm not aware of. I don't know. I'm just saying. You've also seen Gina many times in a Veronica and Friends game. She used to be like every Veronica and Friends. Gina was there, as well as Kathy in seat 9. And Gina is also a crusher, but I like Gina's ability to not just play solid poker, but she can mix it up as well. So.
And then the man, the myth, the legend, who you've seen the last few days here on Stones Live, Jonathan Little, actually right in between. He's got a little sandwich going on in between these two here. And I caught him earlier, and it was so funny. I was like, so how's this game going as far as like strategy and logic? Where he's like, oh, it's all over the place.
Yeah, there's no strategy.
It's everywhere. And I was like, don't try to get too deep game theory here, because just let the wine flow.
Now I have to tell you something that I know about Jonathan, and that is he is one of those people that will study and prep, and he wants to go into everything absolutely the most prepared he could possibly be. He told me that he went back and has been studying these games.
Oh man.
But I don't know how much that is going to help him out, because it's so random, especially when you have players like Mike and Frank in the game. It's so random. However, have you seen any of his instructional videos he's released?
I was going to say, the one he just released actually featured right there one of our players, Gina, I believe, right?
Yeah, did you see the title of the instructional video? How to beat wild games.
Exactly.
Like, so
how to beat wild games. And then I'm just like, well, we have just the game you so seek, my friend.
No doubt. And last but most certainly not least, we have Stolly, Kathy Stahl in the final seat. And what can we say about her? Cash game crusher. Tournament crusher. Everything she does. Right?
Oh my God, you ready for this? The only person I can actually affectionately call a slot machine and video poker crusher too. Every time I go on social media, she's just posting her next biggest jackpot. She posts like 2 or 3 in a day.
Wow.
It is. I teach me your ways, please. Teach me your ways of the hamster wheel and how to win.
Some people just feel like they just have that nonstop. It's just the money.
She's the one.
Flows.
She'll walk past the machine. She'll stop. She'll turn around. She'll go 5 games back, and she'll like put in $100 and just like bink out like $2 grand. I don't know how she does it.
She senses it.
Yeah, she's absolute beast mode. So we love Kathy. Whenever she's around, normally she's on Hawaii just hanging out all the time. So it's nice when we can get her in our presence over here.
So we have a single table sit and go this Friday. It is a 9-handed, $1,100 buy-in, 100,000 in chips. 30-minute levels, last about 7 hours. You did commentary, right, for one of these?
I've done one, yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
And it's a great structure. We see some great action in the sit and go. So if you are in town and want to play, there's a couple of seats left. I'm going to let them in on a little secret. Should I tell them? Tell them the secret?
Carry the one? Yes.
Chris Moneymaker has signed up for the sit and go. And
damn.
There's about 3 seats left. So if you want a chance to try to bust the champ, this is your chance.
You can say you played with the man himself.
Maybe you could say you busted him.
Yeah, you could say you bluffed him, right? You could say I pulled a far hawk.
Do you think it's like bad form to bust a pro and then ask for their autograph?
I would ask for it first.
Right.
I would ask for it first. Before you even start playing, get your picture, get your selfies out of the way, and then you can worry about check raising them later.
Well, you could post it later and be like, and pretend it's after you bust. I mean, no one really knows.
Then you just Photoshop him into your picture, like,
you see people post this stuff all the time, like get all made up or in a costume, or they do up the background and you think they're out in a field taking a selfie or something, and they're really like in their room with a couple flowers on the wall. Or is that what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I built a green screen just for that.
Oh, you got a green screen? We should do a green screen, right? I think we're going to do something.
That sounds like a great idea.
Great idea.
I see there a couple of usuals in the chat. Twitch over there, Chris Moneymaker's son says, Justin Square, we are making history tonight. My dad and I are watching you guys closely. We are glued to our TV, batting for whoever can bluff Veronica. And he's good for it. Chris Moneymaker's son is definitely good for it.
I don't want to have to be the one to point this out, but here I am. Jonathan Little last night on the stream, he called Veronica a nit.
Oh!
Straight up.
Oh, Veronica?
Yeah.
Wow. I know. Well, I mean, we'll see how she goes at this game. We're just getting started.
So this is the first hand.
Yeah, some live cards in the air.
Very good.
Let's start this tea party here. What you guys came for, there will be blood. Well, at least lots of chips moving around. Hopefully not actual bleeding.
I am currently getting logged into the chat. We are live on YouTube and Twitch. If you're on either side, pop in and say hi. We love to take questions, especially on the JK Squared show.
Absolutely. I see over there on YouTube, Daniel April says, I wonder if Jonathan will gamble cocktails, exclamation point. Aunt Doom, what's going on? Another usual, an old staple from Stones Live there. Very cool. I see Cal, Lady Nomuck, love the name, Stephen Young. Poker player, No Limit Hold'em, what's going on over there on the Twitch side? Liquid Swords. Yo, it's loud over there. Please adjust your volume. I know sometimes we get a little feedback when we have some of the announcer mic going. Hopefully it's a little better for you now. All right, pretty coordinated board here, 7 high. Everything's sticking together. Frank with 2 pair now. Gina with a pair of 7s.
See where the pop-out is on YouTube? Oh, right here.
Daniel Laprelle says, Justin K, how about a free round for table 11? I think if we gave them an open tab, I'm pretty sure Stones might go out of business.
They don't need any more booze to start off. They all went to dinner tonight before the stream. They were 30 minutes late showing up. It was just a disaster.
Tell me more.
I called Veronica to yell at her for not being here. I suggested...
She instantly put Jonathan Little on the phone and said, here, handle this.
He was in the background. I suggested that in the future she drives a monster truck, so when she hits traffic, she can just go over the top of the cars.
That's my preferred method.
To which Jonathan Little made a counter suggestion that we should have a teleportation device, and Veronica quickly admonished us both.
I was going to say, if anybody can come up with the calculations for that, it's Veronica at this point.
I was going to say it's Jonathan Little.
Well, I don't know, both of them. Together, I mean, basically put on some Rick and Morty in the background and let them do their thing.
Right on. Well, let's pretend that wasn't the first hand, since nothing really happened, and let's pretend like the next hand was the first hand.
Oh, there we go. Zach from Zach. Oh, Zach from Zach actually flashed deuce 4 there, flopped the straight, and it was all game over from there. Some healthy stacks here in the 1-3 game. It looks like Zach from Zach sitting on 1,700. Frank about 1.3. Some healthy 1-3 games. Now, tell me about the wait list for this game. Did you see you got like 20 people on the wait list for this game?
Yeah, it gets pretty ridiculous because, Veronica controls the list, so everyone wants to be on it. So I take a backup alternate list for this game. And it gets pretty deep. But, the thing is, people don't really get out of this game.
Yeah.
So it's really just the first 9 anyways.
Ford Garrett said, came to see V donk it off. Hopefully we didn't miss all the donk offs. She definitely donated a little bit before the stream. Maybe possibly donate now. Let's see. Veronica raised it to 30. Gina makes the call.
And Taylor, if you're listening, I have no table audio, and maybe that's because we're not running table audio tonight. I'm not sure. But if you got a fix, I have no table audio. All All right, there's your flop. Veronica hits an ace. Of course, Gina catches a little piece as well.
He already said he quit.
Huh? Nothing's working. Okay.
Oh, that's good. Well, we still love you guys, and we're going to hang out and do it. So, yeah, Veronica does connect with top pair. Gina banks mid pair here. Veronica bets 50. I think most people would expect her to c-bet in this position anyways.
Not Jonathan Little.
Yeah, well, Gina is going to make the call.
And Frank decides not to hang around, which is interesting because the turn card would have brought a flush draw for him.
Straight flush, right? Jack Knight of Spades, right? Now Gina's got his blocker, obviously, but it would have been on point.
Yeah. And so right now he might be having a moment where he's kicking himself.
And top two for Veronica. This could have got real nasty if those two were still in it.
There's one thing we've had really good luck with in the Veronica and Friends game, and that is the deck tends to cooperate.
Ford Garrett. Stones is where it's at. Always appreciate the kind words. What can I say, man? We like it here. It is super nice.
Looking over at
warm.
Liquid Swords in the Twitch chat, bringing up the audio. And now I have to address this because last night was crazy. Yeah. We had a concert. We had a big party going on right here.
The Lunar New Year and everything.
Every single table going. Yeah, lions dancing through the casino and stuff. Guys, we're live. We're on the floor of the casino, and sometimes it just happens. We're really sorry. Sometimes it's loud. It is what it is. Stones is the place to be, and if the live stream's bugging you, that's just more proof that you should be right here in the room.
If it was quiet as a library, it probably wouldn't be the place to be. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Stones is happening, and unfortunately, I apologize in advance. Sometimes that means you hear background noise, and you're actually capturing what it's really like to be here. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah, the whole this is why you can't answer the cell phone when your spouse calls because you can hear the chips shuffling in the background.
Right.
It's kind of like that.
I'm at the doctor's.
Yeah, I know that sound. How much are you down at the table? Tell me right now. How much are you down? How much are you stuck?
Did I ever tell you about the baby? The lady that put the baby on the table? I never told you that story.
Oh my god. Okay, next hand. Okay. So Gina Stolly battle right here. Gina comes probably is that a straddle? No, I think she's just coming in for 10. Zach from Sack with some fun suited connectors here. I love a good 10-jack. 10-jack suited, I love that.
I love that Zach raises with 10-jack. It looks like we're up to about 95 with 10-jack suited.
Fearless. Oh, Frank, and it's sick. If the one person he has a position on is going to call him, well, how is this a wet dream for Zach right here?
Without even seeing Frank's cards, we know where he's going.
Yeah, nowhere. Absolutely. Now look at this. Check it out. So actually, Zach flops open-ended with potential runner flush draw here. Frank checks. Zach quickly bets, and Frank makes the call.
Oh, he didn't even think about it.
No, Frank with a mystery hand. I will put Frank somewhere with a king or queen at least. Obviously, no. I don't think he has any other sort of draw.
I think he has queen deuce.
And brick coming out here.
And it goes.
Let's see Frank. Wait, what does he have? Queen jack?
Yeah.
Queen jack, of course, Frank. Oh, is it queen jack of diamonds? Oh, that could. Oh no. No. So Zach has the
Queen Jackson up to no. Yeah. Zach was completely dominated. But I respect the move, raising that pot in early position with Jack 10 assumed.
Oh yeah, do what you want.
I think it's a great hand.
He was just going for a little squeeze. He thought he could pick it up. There was a lot of limpers, and it almost worked. I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for that
There's a lot of pressure on these players if they want to get invited back to Veronica and Friends to play crazy.
Oh well,
a lot of pressure.
Okay, so funny story. The first time Veronica invited Frank to this game, for those of you who play poker on the regular, if you're going to maybe a 1-2, 1-3 game, I mean, I don't know how much you need, maybe a couple $100, $500, whatever, maybe a little bit more. So this 1-3 game, Veronica's like, Frank, I want to invite you to my game. He's like, what is it? And she's like, it's 1-3. And he's like, cool, I'll bring whatever. And she's like, okay, cool, bring $2,000 at least. Like, that's what you need. Be ready to get buried $2,000 in a 1-3 game. Like, that's the type of game that this is.
Alrighty then. Lady No Muck in the YouTube chat wants to know if we know when Veronica's next ladies' night game is. I'm not 100% sure because we kind of let Veronica do her own thing.
It's true.
I mean, even if we wanted to control her, not really possible. But there is a ladies' game scheduled on April 2nd on our regular calendar that's not a Veronica and Friends game. It's a 1-3 no limit. There are still plenty of seats available on that. And we'll have Stones Live Poker give the command in the chat for you to text and join that game if you'd like, but I'd be happy to get you in there.
Speaking of ladies game, I mean, hell, there's already 5 ladies at this game right now. I mean,
Veronica Veronica's games tend to be X chromosome heavy. There's no doubt about that. But sometimes she'll actually do like a full ladies lineup.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I like Stephen Young's comment here. Says only 2K seems low for this game. 10 game minimum. Okay, and that right there is how you get your very own invite to Veronica and Friends. I'm bringing 10K to this 1-3 for sure.
You know, Kyle in the 1-2 last night.
Yeah.
Veronica was so impressed with this play on Twitter today. She invited him to March's game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it really can be that easy. If you are good for this game in Veronica's eyes, you can get an invite that way. That's all it takes to become Veronica's friend. Spewy poker player or good reading list.
If you are ready to bring cash and light it on fire, come on down to Veronica and Friends game. So gladly help you out. This would be fun. Jonathan here with Ace 10 decides to raise it to 20.
Raise to 20. Okay. So we went 1-3 and Jonathan opens to 20. And guess what? Frank called.
And I want to say real quick when it flushed up that I think Postle might have folded an ace as well. So we're drawing pretty thin on aces here.
Couple of clubs out there. Jack, 8, deuce on the board. Not much for really anyone here. Jonathan's ace high still way out in front.
BH in the house. What's going on on YouTube? I see you there. Hey, welcome.
Jonathan's out in front, but Frank is betting 75.
Classic.
And Jonathan's going to let it go.
And zero faults there. I mean, there's no need to get out of control on this board. You're either going to, I mean, Ace 10's a hand where you're either going to hit it or you're way not going to hit it.
You're going to hit it or you're going to quit it.
It's gone. And I'll tell you what, I see what you did there. But no, with Ace 10 all day for me as a hand, I'd much rather be raising with than calling somebody's bet or raise with.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really want to be the aggressor with that hand and just hopefully I can push people out of my way, because if anybody calls, I'm like, they have ace jack or better. I don't want them in.
And usually that's the case.
All right, once again, you guys are watching Stones Live. Make sure you click that follow, subscribe, little green heart button, all of the above. We're here with you at least 3 times a week. This week being a special week where we've been here pretty much every freaking night.
Yeah, no, we're streaming every night this week except Saturday.
Sweet.
Because, you know, I need a day off.
You get 1 day. You get 1. We're going to give you 1.
I'm still going to work. I'm just not going to stream.
He's going to do 1. This is how it all starts. Frank the Tank.
Oh, Frank's in. He's in this pot with 9 deuce.
Classic Frank. Well, this is how you qualify to get a Veronica and Friends game.
No, Frank always has an invite. Zach is has this raise button stuck on raise, and we haven't. CM has ace king offsuit. We are around to Casey with pocket 8s, poker mama, trying to decide if she's going to get in this pot. It's been 3 bet to 100. She is the big blind. 97 more to call. And welcome to the game, Casey. Can you put in $100 with pocket 8s? It looks like we got a fold there. And around to Kathy, who had one of Casey's 8s with 9-8 suited, is going to let it go. Zach kind of capitalizing, just trying to scoop up a couple $10 bets here. But check this out. Frank's in the hand. He didn't think about that.
Frank does what Frank wants, guys. If you want to go to Frank's school of poker,
Frank, let it go.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought Frank was just going to like reship all in. Here's what I do. So with this whole Lunar New Year thing going on, there's been celebrations here like every day, right? I mean, it's been hopping every day. I've seen something going crazy and fireworks and dancing dragons. And
it was so crazy on Monday night that they actually just shut off the commentator audio for a couple minutes.
Well, I mean, what else are you gonna do? You can't hear anything. I mean. That's about as light as I can make it. Yeah, that's fine.
What does that have to do with Sacramento, though?
Yeah, we'll dress it up.
Yeah, in case you guys are wondering, we're trying to figure out
that's anybody ever.
Urban Dictionary word of the night is going to be.
I think that's fair enough.
All right, so Veronica has called 15 with ace jack. Mike P's initial raise with ace jack as well. Both of them suited. And Gina's going to let it go. Looks like we are going to be heads up.
EP.
Oh, Kathy's in there too. Sorry.
Oh, EP in the chat saying Veronica needs to top off for another 1,000. I want her to lose at least 5K tonight. Ouch.
Why?
Ouch. Why? Does she owe you money? If she hurt money, you want her to win the money.
She hurt your feelings?
Who did what to you? I'm sorry. All right, so Stolly fires out 35. Mike P floats here, makes the call. Well, floats with what is the best hand, technically.
It is, but what do you think about the call there? I mean, no draws, no backdoor.
Well, here's the deal. You know that a player like Stolly is going to c-bet all day, right? So there's no problem flatting there and seeing what she does on the turn, which is exactly what she's doing here. She's slowing down. She's checking. Okay. So Mike P, I mean, this is what he's calling for. He's calling for exactly this scenario.
So does he bet here?
Of course he does. There it is. Put it out there. This is exactly what he did here. And Stolly, can she really continue here? No way.
So let's go.
Where's Stolly going? Everywhere.
She's gone.
She's gone. I don't know. She's already gone. I got nothing. She's gone.
Lady Nomuck says Jonathan Little is the nit, not Veronica. How dare you?
Frank's just going over grabbing bottles. I love it. Frank just goes over and grabs bottles whenever he wants. Welcome to Stones Live.
What's up? Mr. Smiley joins us in the YouTube chat.
The super regular Mr. Smiley, always a pleasure. Liquid Sword says J Squared, y'all need some headsets.
I know, so apparently they can hear the table talk then. I think that's what he's saying. Oh, okay. Our table talk is shut off. I wish we could hear it, because I know Veronica and Friends always has great table talk. But I'm glad you guys can hear it. That's way more important.
This is where Taylor comes out and says they can't even hear it, right? This is the... No, I'm just kidding.
I don't think Taylor's back there.
Oh my God, look at Zach's punk shirt. I love it. I love this shirt. Okay, all right, best dress award, hands down, C3. Next question. I have one that says Pug Life, obviously, with a little pug with bandana.
When I first saw his pug shirt, that's what I thought was going to have that.
Little Pug Life,
there, yeah.
Super gangster. Frank, raising to 50 with 10 deuce. You're so sick, and we love it.
He's a beast.
Poker Mama flatting with Ace Queen. It's so funny because Poker Mama clearly giving Frank. She's got to give Frank credit for hand. Let's say Frank's chatting it up. Let's see. Frank checks over to Poker Mama, who checks behind Jack on the turn. Oh, here's where Frank reaches for chips. Watch. Oh, he's gonna check it.
I was wondering this about Frank because he's kind of like
he had that straight face look like he was highly considering betting right there, but instead he's just gonna check fold.
Do you think he takes it easy playing against female players?
You know, it's interesting. That topic alone could be gone over for hours and hours and hours with
Frank specifically.
I don't know. Maybe yes and no.
Do you think he plays softer against Veronica than he does against Zach?
Oh, I would say yes. Generally speaking, yes. But that's just because he wants to get invited back to the game.
Okay, well, isn't that a huge edge for female players?
Oh, it absolutely is. And I've actually had this discussion with Casey briefly. How, you know, I mean, here's the deal. There are, let's face it, there's certain aspects that you can get away with, and that I feel like guys tend to soft play more against ladies, right? And they just tend to be like, oh, okay, hey, I got you, go away, you don't want any of this. Whereas if they're playing against somebody like me or Mike or one of their Zach from Zach, they're going to go for blood and they're going to ship on the river and they're going to sit there and just tank and go into like hidden ninja potato mode. Whereas I feel like sometimes when they soft play against, you know, a member of the opposite sex and say, oh, I got you, go away, you know, which again, they can use like a reverse angle shoot.
Sounds like we're getting our table audio.
I love it. Yeah, I'm just looking. I'm reading EP's comment here. I was just playing Veronica as a G and a sick savage. I love it. All right, so Jonathan, exercising, thinking people might be a little light here. Going to 3-bet to 150 here with King 8 suited. Oh. And unfortunately, Mike P being under the gun was probably in for a straddle. Wakes up with jacks. So let's see how that goes.
We might have table audio.
Maybe. Let's see. I thought those were mints in there or something. I guess it's actually it.
Have one, sir.
Thanks. No. What is this, hook? Bangarang? What is this? Oh, wow! Gina ships it, and Jonathan with a snap.
Wait, I wanted to do this since the beginning of the show. Damn, Gina!
Damn, Gina! Damn, look at this!
Wow, did they all?
Three-way all in.
Oh my God.
Jonathan exercising a little gamble. Now, I know he had been reviewing a lot of fudge. Seeing Gina sometimes would play it light. This right here, let's see this flop. Gina binks a 9. Mike P's Jack still good currently. 8 on the turn.
No hearts out there.
Yeah, no hearts for anybody. 8 for Jonathan Little. Jonathan could scoop this whole thing with a king.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's not going to do it. 8s and 9s for Gina. Oh no, Jacks.
No, Jacks are good.
These Jacks.
Jacks are good.
The board pair on the river. Yeah.
OMG. What's Mike doing in there?
Look
with
at
a real
Mike
hand?
just laughing. Now the funny thing is I mean, I don't know. Mike was ahead the whole time anyways, but Mike is the first guy to like joke about running so bad and getting these bad beats. But he always comes out on top.
Wait, hang on. There we go. Someone just said to Jonathan Little, "Welcome to Stones."
Yeah. He's laughing. He's having a good time. I love it. I can't play. How do we have a three-way all in with King 8, 8, 9? Okay, well, Jack's fine. Okay, King 8 and 8, 9, and I love it. And I'm sure we'll hear all about it. I'm sure Jonathan Little will be like, "Look, this is why I did it. This is what I was thinking." And he was absolutely right. I mean, he was definitely ahead of Gina there. Yeah. He couldn't conquer Jacks.
Poker player no limit. Hold them on. The Twitch side says maniacs. No doubt.
Welcome to Stones Live Carnage.
This is his first Veronica and Friends game, possibly.
Yeah, Veronica and Friends.
This is pretty standard.
Guys, I have literally coined this game the shit show of awesomeness. This is what it is. This is Veronica and Friends. This is every time somebody says, "Oh, I was at this 1-3 game and I couldn't leave." Yeah. Like, pretty much it's normally a Veronica and Friends clone. Like, this is the game where it's just, I mean, you had 3-way all in, like I said, with 8, 9 and King 8 suited. Oh, and then we gave that one guy Jackson.
The 8, 9 shoved.
Yeah. Wow.
Gambo!
Wow. Veronica coming back. Veronica's coming back like, I wish I could win a pot, especially a 3-way all in.
We got to play a hand to win a pot.
That was brutal. And the board pair, too. The board pair couldn't even beat the 8 or 9 either. Oh. Bowser 2008 in the house. What's going on? Mr. DLK64.
Pocket Apes chimes in on the YouTube chat, says, "Mike, get there, Postal."
Oh, yeah, get it.
He was there the whole time.
Whoa. He was there, and then he wasn't there, but then he was like, his GPS rerouted, and then he was there again. He's good. Is this Bomb Potosaurus, guys? So,
we are doing bomb pots.
Dealer change. Everybody throws in $25 here. We all go to a flop. Pots at 2 1/4. Game on.
So this is 9 people going to the flop, and this is how dreams are made and shattered.
This is how mortgages are made and lost. Get it.
Casey's gonna check. We're around to Gina, who's just reloaded another 500.
Just a solid.
Oh,
rack.
Maybe 1,000. There's a rat. Yeah.
Oh yeah, stack of green, stack
She's
of red.
got 1,000 just in time.
Just reload for 1,000 because Veronica and Friends. So taking a look here,
it's checked around.
Pretty dry. I can't believe. Yeah, checked around the flop. Poker Mama now with the best of it with a pair of 7s.
So Zach with we don't know his cards, but he's betting 130. And I think Zach sees it. It's checked around. No one really is happy with what they have, so he's going to take a shot at it. Why not?
Poker player NLHE, No Limit Hold'em there, asks, how often is the Veronica show? Is it weekly? I believe it is every 3rd Wednesday of the month?
Third Wednesday of the month, except in April we'll have a special night because Andrew Nini will be here on the 3rd Wednesday.
Yeah. Last time he was here, we had an absolute blast. Love having the vloggers in the house.
That will be a vloggers game, the 3rd Wednesday in April.
There you go. Done deal.
We will do Veronica and Friends the following week.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So she still gets her shit show of awesomeness.
Of course. Of course, yeah.
I mean, we can't go a month without Veronica and Friends.
All right, so Poker Mama does have a pair of 7s. We do not know Zach's hand. They are the 2 remaining players in this bomb pot. And for those of you not familiar with the bomb pot, it is where every player puts in a mountain pre-flop. Today it's 25, and all 9 players go to the flop, and then the hand plays out normally. And now, you want to talk about a different game.
Yeah. Zach's really squeezing the pressure here. $310 bet. Little bloated river bet, almost borderline borderline pot size. We can't see his hand. I'm wondering if this is possibly bluffy. I mean, I don't know. I feel like this is the mystery hand. You guys tell me what you think Zach's at. Problem is, this was bomb pot, right? So he's completely rangeless. It was a great bet. Gets Casey off her hand here. Let's see if it... Oh, an A7! Oh,
wow.
great. Yeah,
Okay.
Good fold, solid
Good
fold.
job.
Gotta feel good about that. And you see Casey there shake her head in affirmation like, yeah, bullet dodged, we'll take it.
So let me ask you this. You, personally, as a poker player, do you feel like you would have a bigger edge in a normal poker game or a poker game where everybody is going to the flop like this every single time? Do you feel like your pre-flop or your post-flop play is stronger?
I feel like my pre-flop plays a little bit stronger. I think it's hard for me to play games post-flop in this scenario. I feel like in this scenario where you have these sort of pots, I never feel comfortable. I always second-guess myself because everybody's range is everything.
Right.
You know. And
well, there's no range. Everyone's seen the flop.
Well, of course, and so that's why it gets easier to isolate that down between the flop, turn, and river, right? I mean, it's just basically what you're doing is you're missing that extra round of betting to really help isolate their range and narrow their range down.
Sure.
And so, yeah, so it's tough. I mean, bomb pots are tough. I always second-guess myself. I never love it. And then you get these bomb pots where you're like punching the command Harlan.
Oh, we have a V-straddle.
V-straddle.
Did you see it?
Could you explain what
It's been forever since we've had a V-straddle. I feel like V-straddles are kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah,
it's a straddle, and it's a V.
Gotcha. It's the flying V. You guys have seen the Mighty Ducks. You know what's up.
So a V-straddle is out there from Frank. It looks like $55 V-straddle.
Depending on how big your V is, it could get expensive.
And Mike Postel has pocket threes. He is coming along for the ride. Gina's in there with King 10, and Frank on the straddle King 5 is going to check it. We are 3 ways to this flop.
Disco for Mike Postel. Now, this is a fun board, although unfortunately it's a complete action killer all the way around.
All the way.
All spades. Nobody has a spade. Mike P flopped a set. Everybody hates life. There we go. At least we can get something now. If a non-spade keels on the river, you can get a little bit of value here from Gina now that she's top pair.
And I like that Mike checks up front and then bets. He's going for a check raise on the flop, but other than that, he has to lead out. Gina hitting the 10 is going to commit her to a little bit of money. And there's an ace on the river.
Complete action killer.
Another action killer.
Nobody cares. And the really crappy part is, if somebody was on a spade draw, they bink the ace here. Oh, look at this. Postel actually checking to get the... I think he got max value by checking.
Did she bet?
She sure did. I think she fired a buck and a quarter there. And I think it's an easy call for Mike P.
No, min raise. Min raise.
You want to go min raise? You want to go for a little thin value?
She went 125.
She didn't flop. Oh, that's what he's going for.
I love it. 250. Let's go.
He is.
Just come on. What's going to get called? A min raise. That's it. What do we got?
And the sick part is that he doesn't know. He's hoping Gina has the ace of spades.
So up to 300.
Yeah, he's hoping Gina has the ace of spades, but she doesn't. I really don't. Oh, she can continue.
And there it is.
She does continue.
She's going to see some bad news. Mike flopped a set, and there are no spades in play, so the set is good. And that's the genius of Mike's check there. He checks there. If he gets a bet, he can raise. He still has the backdoor possibility of hitting quads or filling up.
Right. So the sick part about it is guaranteed if he just fires out 300 on the river, Gina doesn't call.
Exactly.
So actually, he got complete max value.
Yeah. No, I mean it was a tough board to get action on, and I think that he got as much as he could.
Poker Pro Eric chiming in says hello from an Italian restaurant in San Francisco. I always love that. I know I personally actually chimed into Stones Live when I was out at the World Series last year, and I'm sitting there at a little Mexican restaurant with Val of all people, and I'm like, of course we're bumping Stones Live on a Bluetooth speaker.
Are you on a date, Eric? Please tell me you're not on a date watching Stones Live.
That actually happened before.
Go focus on your date.
That happened,
okay?
guys. He did really bring up Stones Live on a date and started streaming it. And while I'm honored, I really just want you to focus on the lady friend right now.
Seriously. Priorities.
It's true.
We'll always be here. And here's the thing. He might not know. You can watch us later.
No, wait, can you? Is that what this crazy technology is about here?
As a matter of fact, if you're on YouTube, you can rewind in real time.
Oh, yeah. Mind blown.
All right, we got a new hand. Shape it up.
Jay Little hanging out. I love it. Grab him for the wine. The wine's flowing. I absolutely love it. Super good. Well, I love Jonathan Little. You get a player like that who can loosen up a little bit because he generally is. I mean, he's a great player. He's so analytical. He's very, very, very deep into game theory, which I love. But, have a little bit of wine and just, relax a little bit and just you have to let the Veronica and Friends game almost play you a little bit, right? I mean, you can't force it into this game. You just have to let it happen and just go with the flow.
Check this out. CM has this like weird inside straight draw where his cards are like teetered inside of the draw. He's looking for a 9. And it's checking around right now to... Oh, it looks like we have a bet. I'm sorry. Poker Mama has hit the 7, and we are going up to 90. I think that might wrap it up here, unless ZM wants to draw to 4 outs. Oh, 3 outs. There's one of the 9 is gone in Frank's hand.
Lady No Muck, I absolutely love you, says maybe the date sucks. That's legit. That's instead of having your friend call and get you out of a date, you just put on stream Stone's Live Poker, you start watching it, you're like, nah, whatever, she'll figure it out.
Have you ever said you were going to the bathroom on a date and just left and went home?
No, I have a little more respect than that. I literally came back and said, hey.
Well, let's not make it a respect issue.
Oh, okay. Right. I just came back straight and said, hey, look, I don't think this is really working. I'm going to take off. And I set some money on the table and left. It's that simple. I mean, I'm not just gonna leave you there like, wow, I hope he's okay. And then she has to go get some random guy to go to the bathroom to check on me. Like, right. It's been a half hour. Like, I know the Mexican food wasn't that bad.
So
like,
Poker Mama scooped that, by the way. But on that topic, I had a date where the girl was just,
we knew where this.
We're on dinner. She's straight up on her phone the whole time. So, like,
was she swiping on other dating apps? Or
talking, right?
It's so bad.
And so, I'm like, oh, it might be important. Give her a minute, first time, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's like 5 minutes, it's 10 minutes. The waiters come over.
Oh my God.
She's like having a full-on conversation. I'm sitting right there. First date, by the way. And so I just kind of like, hey, get her attention. Right?
I'm looking into the camera like, is this real?
And she breaks away for a second. I'm like, right?
Oh yeah.
And she's like, okay, see you in a second.
Oh dude.
Got in my car, went home.
I would all day. Now in that scenario, 1,000% agree with you. But let's talk about Alicia's aces right here.
Also known as American Airlines for you poker noobs.
I call them pocket ones, but you can call them whatever you want.
They are the lowest hand you can have.
So Alicia coming in, kind of a tough spot for her to get value. Obviously, if you get a hand like that, you'd love to be in later position. But she's gonna pop it open to 50 here.
50 is not abnormal for this game.
And this is great. She's gonna get. Oh, if she gets repop from Zach, this is gonna get fun. All right, buckle up, guys. Here it comes. Buck 50.
That's a shipment, and it's not a big shipment.
It's easy, quick call for Zach.
It's 250.
Yeah, gone.
And Zach is just crushed, which means he'll probably win.
Yeah. Let's put Ace King King on the board. Ace on the flop.
Check mark on the flop.
That was going down no matter what on that board. Holy crap. Wow. Woohoo! Oh, and wow, and did the motion she's doing.
She's doing a dance.
She's smacking it.
I saw it. The dance is over.
That was great. All right. Well, even if Zach just decides to flat there, they're getting it all in on that flop all day. That was just how it was going down.
So I used to work at this other casino, and we get a phone call. Oh, is so-and-so there? Haven't seen him. Well, the standard was we would do a courtesy page, and the guy would be in the back like that, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we paged, and no one responded, right? She called in like 3 times. And then finally, she just shows up with the baby, right? And apparently, we found out later, the story was that... I didn't tell you this story? I could have sworn I told you this story.
Oh, well, you told them this story.
So she walks in with the baby. The story was she had sent him to the store for diapers and baby formula and babies. I don't know what babies get.
They get
at the store.
Baby things.
But he went to the casino and played poker. And so she, apparently this was a long-standing problem. She just walked up to the table, set the baby on the table, and walked away. Oh, no. So he had to cash out.
Did you have to tell the players that that's not at all in?
That is not a valid bet.
You don't have to match the baby.
That is not a valid bet.
Yeah, you can't. Now we have had Veronica try to bet Llama Karen's dog before. That's also not a valid bet. You can't bet something with a heartbeat. You can't do that. You just can't here. I'm sorry.
Poker Mama has Ace Jack suited, and she says, "Let's play some poker." It's gone up to 60, and Gina's thinking about calling with 5-7 of club. Jonathan with Jack 7. That does not look like a Jonathan Little hand, and it's gone. Same with Kathy, 4 deuce. Mike could play 5-4, but it's not happening. Frank can play anything and he folded.
I know. I mean, honestly, when a player like Frank folds, I wonder, like, okay, what 2 cards could you possibly have? Now I'm not examining. I'm not examining your calling or raising range. Now I'm examining your folding range because it's like this big.
Right.
Like that's all. Like,
that was 1 of 3 hands Frank folded.
All right, 9 deuce, 10 deuce. That's it. 8 deuce.
So we're heads up. We have a raise to 60 with Ace Jack from Poker Mama, and Gina has chosen to call with 7-5, and the Ace Jack just nails this flop.
Ace on every flop here at Stones. Come on down. Check, check. And yeah, this is just pretty much going to seal it up here. And it's the diamond. Yeah, wow, look at that. So Casey just reaches for chips, and Gina can't fold fast enough.
So another scenario for you. Would you play in a game where you were dealt pocket aces every single hand, but every player at the table also knew that? Go.
Oof. 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 That's really rough.
Are you in? Are you in on this game?
No. No.
Not going to do it?
I don't want to do it.
Aces every hand, but every player knows.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. It's so nasty. Okay, so this reminds me of a time like this, right? Where at the end of the hand, have you ever had, I know you've had to make this call as a 4-man, where somebody exposes their hand too soon, right? But then there's still action on the other player, and now the other player knows this person's hand. The sickest thing I've ever seen is that when you know the person's hand and you know you're beat,
and you bet.
When you start betting and you start just completely exploding their mind like a grenade, it's just, I'm not ready for that. I can't deal with that like reverse mind screw. I'm not ready for that.
Okay, we have a raise to 15 from Zach with I'm sorry, a re-raise from Zach with ace-9. It was 15 initially. Zach is going up to 85 with ace-9. Now Veronica in the small blind position has ace-king offsuit. I think we got an action hand shaping up.
We do, and the thing is, Veronica told me when I went over and caught up with him right before the stream, Veronica said she had already shipped all of her chips over to Zach at some point.
Okay,
right?
well, yeah, Zach has a huge stack.
So she wants it back. She wants it back.
We have a re-raise from Veronica in the small blind position to 235. And that should get most of these hands out of here. Poker Mama wants to play this pot so bad.
I love it.
Frank was 6-3.
Hey, speaking of you were talking about, Mike McGill says, yeah, I take aces, just shove every hand and pick up the blinds as they would always fold, right? I mean, but you know,
not always.
Okay,
not always.
Yeah, here's the deal. Okay, change the story. You always get aces, but you have Frank at your table, who's gonna call. He's gonna call 78% of your shoves.
Yeah, but
so
you're gonna win 80% of the time.
Yeah, but he's still gonna beat you. Trust me. He basically, okay, you have Frank and Harlan at your table. You won't win. You'll never win.
I'm not playing.
You're not lucky. Impossible. You'll never win. You're not luckier than them.
Look at Frank Hollywooding with 6-3. And look who's sneaking up behind him here. You see him in the top of the frame?
Jake,
we got a little sneaky guy lurking in the background. A little bearded sneaking up. Zach does let it go. Okay, new scenario for you.
Oh my god, okay guys, let's play What Ifs. Welcome to Stones Live.
It's an Omaha game.
Oh god, I already...
And you get dealt 6 cards. Everyone else at the table gets dealt 4. However, you have to call every bet and raise to the river.
So I have to basically raise every bet that's ever to me.
No, you don't have to raise. You have to call any bet or raise made. You are there to the river no matter what action happens on the table. You get 6 cards. Every other player gets 4.
I'm in.
And you have to call every single bet and raise on the table.
Is it just high or high-low?
It's high-low.
Good, I don't care.
Omaha, limit, Omaha, high-low.
I'm in.
6 cards versus 4, but they get to bet and raise as much as they want.
I'm in. Let's run it out. Okay. Let's run it out.
I wonder if that's a profitable situation.
Let's do it.
They know what they have.
I have 50% more options than you on every freaking board. Like, let's go. I'm in.
All right.
Basically, you're playing like Frank. He's gonna call everything all the way down.
I mean, 6 cards versus 4 cards, right? It's pretty great.
This is great. People are tuning in thinking like, what am I watching? Where do they do this? Funny story, guys. For those of you who watched the final table of the Win the Button tournament a few days ago, I played in this tournament. Right off the bat, there was 2 players at my table. First time here, had no idea. They just knew it was a bounty tournament. They didn't know it was a Win the Button tournament. The look on their face when the dealer keeps pushing the button with the pot to these players, they had to think they were playing poker in the Twilight Zone. They were like, I don't know, it's my button. We're like, no, it's it's that guy's button. Like, it's not your button. It was good. The look on their face was just like, holy crap. I had no idea it was this kind of tournament.
This is kind of funny, kind of not, because Kermit, one of the owners of the casino, he bought into the tournament. And he did not realize when he bought in that it was win the button. And he had a moment the first time the button was moved because he was under the gun the first hand.
Oh, yeah.
And then he wasn't the big blind.
Yeah.
And he was like, had a dealer where he looked at he had a moment where he looked at the dealer and was like, what the hell? And,
yeah.
And she was like, it's the win the button tournament.
Oh my God, she's probably sweating bullets.
And he's
the
just
guy's
like,
hey, you're really not doing your job.
You're like the worst dealer I've ever seen, okay? You don't even know how to move the button.
Ghost of M in the house. What is going on? Good to see you. Always a pleasure.
Jim wants to know on the YouTube chat if they draw for seats. No, the only games that we have the players draw for seats currently would be tournament final tables, or if it's a mixed game where we want the game to change every time the butt moves to seat one, we'll random draw the players.
Now check this out. Battle of the pairs here. We're going to call it Pocket 1s versus Pocket 3s. Hey,
okay, let's do it.
All right, so Veronica does call 15. Alicia here makes it 45 to go. By the way, congrats. I saw a great post by Alicia's husband, Ducky. Their son, I believe, he said something like he found an old medal like from whatever, and he posted it on there and sent it to his son. His son sent back like all these like Air Force medals and
I saw
like co-pilot
cool.
medal. Like yeah, and I'm just like, right on, dude. Good for you.
Poker Pro Eric chimes in. The Twitch chat says the $1,100 sit and go doesn't draw for seats. Yeah, it kind of does.
Oh, they totally do.
When you go in and you register at the tournament, the computer issues you a random seat. What do you think that is?
True. Now look at this battle of everybody's range here. Jonathan Little.
Oh, Alicia's going to put all of her chips in, and I don't see why not. She has the best hand. Jonathan Little announces, my hand is not that good, and he opens Ace Jack, and we're going to see a run out here. Let's listen in, guys.
Good old sweat. Now you saw Alicia's aces were great before against Ace King.
As they should be.
Yeah.
All right, not much to worry about.
Brick City 10 or King for a bit of a sweat? No, that's going to seal it
All right, that's a wrap. And Alicia scoops up some of that. Oh, what was that? Alicia scoops up some of that sweet, sweet Jonathan Little money, and from what I've heard, that's hard to get.
That's worth like 10% more than normal money, guys. That's Jonathan Little money, easy, easy.
Look at that, even an ace on the river just to be super sick.
Yeah, oh yeah, nasty.
It's a little slap in the face for Ace Jack.
Yeah. Well, not that getting Jonathan Little money is easy, but it's easy to get more money for Jonathan Little money for sure. You ever want to sell a buck for $1.10? That's how you do it. This is Jonathan Little money.
I've seen people do that.
Oh yeah.
On eBay, I saw somebody posted a dollar bill for sale, and they had this whole write-up like, "This is the greatest currency from the greatest."
Oh my God, really?
And they like did this whole thing,
like super sarcastic.
No, it was seriously bid up to like $3.50 plus shipping.
Plus shipping
for $1.
Okay, I will say though, and I think I've told this on here before, when we started our, we were just doing a little home game with some friends, obviously, and right when the high stakes poker thing was coming out, and everybody's like, oh, they're playing with these chips, but then they have the big rubber banded stacks of cash. Yeah. We're playing with our buddy Chad, and he comes in, and he owns a bar, so he comes in and he brings $1,000 brick of $1 bills, right? But everybody wants to have a $100 stack of ones, right? So when you call somebody, you can look cool, throwing in chips, chunking in some cash, and so no joke, he was selling these $100 stacks for $110, and everybody at the table was buying them.
No,
he was selling actual U.S. currency for more,
brilliant.
10% more. And people were like, okay, you have 10% service fee, and he was paying it, like whatever.
Mike Fossil picked the right seat and the right profile picture. I love that in his profile picture, he looks like he has the ultimate poker face. Like, I just really don't care about this game, guys. Okay. Pocket Queens though. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, with his avatar, Mike B looks like Queens again.
How come I always get Queens?
The worst. All right, so it looks like him and Frank are in. This is Zach and Veronica. Over to Gina.
Liquid Swords has dissected Alicia's strategy. Wait for aces, shove pre-flop, hit a set.
And always get called.
Easy game.
Shove pre-flop and aces and always get called. Okay, that scenario you were asking me earlier, did you actually just work that out with Alicia? You're like, I'm going to give you aces every hand.
Yeah, I don't want to let them know on the
Okay, sorry.
Kind of a secret.
No collusion. No collusion. All right. Jack Eye board here. Mike P's Queens still in front.
Bomb pot, kids. Bomb pot. Mike P with Queens. Now you got to remember, pocket pairs not as good in bomb pots because you're going 9 ways. You want to isolate down to 2 or 3 hands with big pocket pairs.
Yeah, she went from 300 to 1,200 in less than an hour. I normally go the other way. I go from 1,200 to 300
Standard.
Real quick.
Especially since you're taking bets like where you get the 6 Omaha cards, but you got to call all the way to the river.
Let's bring it, dude. Let's run it out. I'm in. I'll take that bet, guys.
Just set that game.
Let's run it out.
We can't do it here. Do it at your house.
I'm in. I'll live stream it. I got a webcam.
All right, looks like queens are going to be good enough to take it down right now on the spot. Jonathan Little, ace-3, does have a piece of this. Backdoor draw.
Oh, get some.
Never mind.
All right, so 2 pair now for Little. He's going to check over to Mike P. Mike P's going to check behind.
All right, check and check.
Doesn't like that turn at all.
No.
And that's no good either.
Jonathan Little turns Mike. Let's see if he can extract a little bit of thin value here. 285 in the pot.
Oh, he's going
bet 25.
He's so sick. He knows he has to call it. Look at Mike's face. Mike's like, here's your money. Here's your money, you sucker.
Wow.
I love it.
How sick is that?
It's so sick.
We got a $300 pot.
Yeah. And he's like, here's a quarter, kid. Call it.
You're going to get something, right?
It's so sick.
You can't, you know, if he has anything.
Exactly. So here's the only 2 scenarios here that he's going to encounter is this. The guy's either going to give him a quarter, or he's going to raise him, and then Jonathan's going to snap call and get that money too. So, like, either way.
That is seriously a brilliant play.
It's such, like, right there.
Look, I'm already a Jonathan Little fan, but.
He took a knife and he just did a little poke.
No, and then.
Just a little twist. Just a little twist.
Wow, that is brilliant. I'm going to add that to my repertoire.
If you want to go for a little thin value, that right there. Here's a quarter.
You can see Mike's face when he did it.
He's just laughing. He's like, pot's $1,000. He's a quarter. Don't worry about it. Frank with ace-6 going to come along for the 15. He's going to make it 15, actually. Lady Nomak says, pot's a little, go get him, coach. I believe, I think we established that earlier. Lady Nomak, I believe, is signed up with Jonathan Little stuff.
You can call me Joker wants to know, what the hell is JK squared? I have an answer for you. Shut up.
Wow. Epic.
It's a good answer.
It is.
I mean, that pretty much sums up what we are.
Only because we actually know who that is, and we've had him actually work some of our back-end booth stuff here. You can call me Joker. Always a pleasure, my friend. Him and his lady, lots of fun here. They've both been featured on Stones Live. They both worked with Stones Live. Yeah, super awesome.
That's a flop not really anybody's happy with here. Stolly does have the ace of spades, so there is a reason for a semi-bluff here, which looks like she might, but she's against Frank, so she's having some second thoughts. Okay. Veronica has called her out as making a string bet, but I believe those might be allowed in this game. I don't know.
Honestly, okay, so everything you know about normal poker is throw out the window. If you see something unorthodox in Veronica and Friends, that's just because it's Veronica and Friends.
Yeah, we'll allow it. So, you know,
the rules that we give them is do whatever you want.
It's funny that you say that because management actually did see the button game and they cracked down on it.
Come on.
And so tonight they were trying to do the button game and I was like, I'm sorry guys, you can't do that, right? And Veronica looks at me, she goes, but it's Veronica and Friends, there's no rules here. I'm like, okay, yes, kind of, but there's still some rules.
She's basically like, it's Neverland.
And then she goes, but it's Veronica and Friends. I go, you know what, Veronica? You're right. If you guys don't like Stones and you want to shut down, go ahead and do your stupid game. And I walked away. And then Alicia accused me of being passive-aggressive.
Classic.
Yeah, classic Alicia.
Super passive-aggressive. You're the worst. Just be passive or just be aggressive, but don't be both. Don't make it weird.
Poker player No Limit Hold'em says that Doug Polk tried that quarter trick on Daniel Negreanu, and Daniel Negreanu destroyed him.
I would definitely try differently next time.
Destroyed is the right word, though, because I've seen Doug Polk recently. He does not look destroyed.
Yeah, pummeled, smashed. Either way, I think he's just fine. He's doing just good. He got slinkied for a minute, but he's just fine. Liquid Sword says, Justin Key, are you all hiring for poker dealers?
All the time.
I'm trying to move to the West Coast and would like to become a poker dealer.
Get out here. Make sure you can pass the drug test. It's multiple choice. It's not that hard. But yeah, as long as...
What drugs are we testing, man? Right? Is that... No, are we...
Yeah.
You guys with me?
No, we do. That's cool. How the test goes.
Cool.
Do this one.
Gotcha.
And do this one.
And can you still deal? You're hired. Got it.
Why, that explains why our dealers are so fast.
They're amazing. They're so fast. Shotgun.
So Gina has flopped open-ended here. Actually, Stolly has 2, and the worst way to flop open-ended should a 10 come.
Oh, this is going to be nasty. Oh,
there it is.
Disco for Gina.
Now, the only outcome here that could even be slightly beneficial
Look
for
at that
Stolly,
snap call by Gina. She almost beat her to the
10
pot.
on the river would chop. Otherwise, it is Gina's pot.
Liquid Swords asks, does MJ count? No, Michael Jackson will not be on the drug test.
He's talking about Michael Jordan.
Oh, Michael Jordan also will not be on the drug test.
But Michael Jordan's retired, so I don't think it's really fair to bring him into this.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's not fair. Welcome to Stuff.
I love that you just go along with it.
Yeah, just go. Oh yeah, absolutely. No, it's completely not fair, guys. Come on, we have rules. There has to be boundaries somewhere.
They want to know if the drug test is saliva or urine. Guys, just be clean. Just don't be on drugs. Yeah. This is super easy.
We've narrowed this down to no Michael Jordan and no Michael Jackson. Okay,
Yeah,
so if you're on either of those, don't bother.
You want to work here? No drugs. It's so easy.
Horse tranquilizers, though, do not count. So you guys.
Well, it's for horses.
Yeah, duh.
Duh. Yeah.
I was giving my horse a tranquilizer and I slipped and fell, and I got one too. Oops, happens to the best of us, guys.
Looks like a $15 straddle coming from Zach. Veronica is out of here. We're around to Poker Mama. 7-5, worth a $15 straddle. Position might be too early for Poker Mama. Her range is wide, but in earlier positions, she definitely has a stronger range.
Oh, she might get in there. Oh, I think she might be coming in. She's coming in for a raise.
Oh, so it's time to mix it up, says Poker Mama. Maybe 50 now, 5-0, 50 to 45. Okay. And we are here with Gina, who looks down at 10-8 and says, yeah, it's good enough.
Liquid Swords, you're all good, buddy. We like to have fun here. Always good. Always good. No worries here. So Mike P here from the small with Queen 10 suited. I'm sure he's going to find a call. Absolutely, he does. And Frank has 2 cards, so he's coming in.
He has an ace.
Yeah, it does.
That's an ace.
Way too much.
What more do you want?
And Zach with 5s here. Hopefully doesn't try to get crafty.
I kind of thought Zach might pump it.
It's ought to get fun. Speaking of the drug test, guys, if you walk into the drug test wearing that pug shirt that Zach is wearing, you automatically fail. The drug test, you actually don't even get one.
Poker Mama hits a 7. She is in the lead for the moment. It's a very coordinated board. 5-6 makes a straight.
It's so nasty. So Frank with the straight draw, Zach with the straight draw, Poker Mama with a pair and the straight draw.
It's like Oprah. You get a straight draw. You get a straight draw.
A little something for everybody here. That's how we do it at Stones.
Mike is laughing hysterically, and I'm not sure why. Let's see if we can got anything.
All players, we're checking brand 1-2. I do have exactly 9 on the.
Do you want some headphones?
No, this is great. I get
good table talk.
I can honestly tell. I've played enough poker with all of these players to almost pretty much know exactly what they're saying.
Okay, we're checking that 1-2.
Jonathan Little is keeping tabs on how many times Alicia's had aces. Smart, actually.
Yeah, can we have an Alicia Aces tracker? Can we just put that in the corner? Just chalk it up to 2 and go from there?
So I don't remember if anyone dumped a 10 because it was inconsequential previously, but that does keep Poker Mama in the lead now. Zach looking for Frank's 6 and Frank looking for Zach's 5.
Poker Mama shipped 300 now.
I think that should wrap it up.
Absolutely.
Let it go, Pug Life. All right.
Poker Boss, what's going on, buddy? Just got your text. Welcome to Stones Live. Always a pleasure.
Sick brag, bro.
He just came in to say hi. He just came in to say hi to his good friend Justin. We all know who he's talking about. Not that guy.
No, he said his good friend Justin.
Yeah. Okay.
Not the best wants friend, to know how empty would the room be if they drug tested the players?
Well, guys, we actually want to have poker games here. I mean, look, I'm not saying we drug test players. I'm just saying that everybody's wearing that new cologne called Cannabis for Men. It does smell delicious. It does.
They're encouraging Veronica to straddle, and she's going to put it out there. 15. I think it might be a mandatory straddle right now.
Welcome to the game where you just like tell people, hey, you should straddle, and they just throw out free money. Sweet. So, totally used the Stones Live app multiple times the other day. One, to see what time the tournament was. Another one, because somebody asked me something about the menu. Yeah. The Win the Button tournament. And then again, because I was coming in here and needed to book a seat. So, always good times.
If you guys are watching right now, which they are.
True. If you can hear his voice.
Go to your phone. If you have a smartphone, go to your phone and type in iTunes or Google Play Stones Gambling Hall and download it. It's totally free. And just take a look at it. We'd love your feedback on it. You know, we're always trying to improve our app. And no matter where you are in the world, download it, check it out. We'd love your feedback.
Easy money. Boots right up. You can see it. Give it a sec.
Yeah, this is actually not a really good.
I have super crappy. No, you're good. Yeah, you can see all the accounts there. You can check your player points. You can see all the tournaments, all that good stuff. Super handy. You don't even need to talk to this guy.
All right, guys.
It's easy money.
Three-way action. My favorite kind. Stolly hits an ace. Poker Mom with an inside straight draw. Veronica hits bottom pair. Let's see what happens here. We got a couple hearts on the board. Poker Mama with the only heart currently. I don't know why I say currently, not like someone's going to get an extra heart in their hand.
It's possible. I like my pocket pair suited to win it all possible.
Kathy's going to scoop it up. That ace is good.
Liquid Sword says, I use Bravo Poker app. That is cool for people using the own Bravo app, but however, we realized real quickly that there were some things we wanted to do that weren't available on that, so we just went out and carried the one, made our own app.
We're not there. We're not on Bravo.
No, exactly. So we made our own app, and you can see all of our games running. You can sign up remotely again. It's completely free.
We've kind of done that with everything here. It's like, oh, we want to do this. We're going to charge you $250,000. We'll just make our own.
Yeah.
Right? And that's kind of how we approach everything.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll just do it on our own.
Yeah.
Hey, we want to make a live stream, and some company comes in and says, it's $250,000 a night. But we'll just build our own.
I feel like we're the epitome of, I know a guy. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Oh, we have some wood in the back. We're going to build something.
I got screws. I got nails. We can do this.
I got a hammer.
I got wood glue. Yeah. We're good. Fulham FC 2017. What's going on Twitch? This is Stone's Gambling Hall here, located right outside Sacramento, California.
Sacramento, we call it.
Or Stuckramento when I'm playing. Either way, you can't miss it. We're right off Highway 80, so get on it and drive here.
Poker Mama with pocket jacks goes to her standard raise of 45. This is 1-3-45 to go.
Welcome. I played a 1-3-45 game. Yeah, a little steep.
It's pretty great.
Escalated quickly.
Stolly with ace-9 gonna let it go.
We're looking for you on the count side.
Jason Huffman, what's going on? From Elk Grove, hanging out. Frank found 2 cards and the button, which means he's in. Zach with 5s. Let's see. I think he's giving Casey some respect here, so he's just going to go ahead and flat. Veronica also with 5s.
No.
This is fun.
That's so
okay,
gross.
the only thing I can hope for is like deuce 3-4, and then we get
so
Mike
gross.
P in there too for a little action. I don't really know what we're going for here.
Mike's straight possibilities are completely wasted.
Well, not that. Poker Mom is still with the best of it. 5-way action here. Looks like they all check, including Poker Mom.
Wow, I wonder if she knows how good a shape she's in. Mike hits the 6 and bets it. So sick.
Well, I mean, I would bet it 2 all day. If you have the original aggressor and everybody else checking in front, I would definitely fire if I'm Mike there. Wouldn't be surprised to see Poker Mama come along here. Absolutely.
Why not a raise?
Oh, absolutely. Check raise looks so strong here.
A check raise
so strong.
This is a classic Casey move too.
Well, and the best part about a check raise here screams.
Look, just watch her.
Yeah, easy money. That's great.
No, but watch her face, like how stone cold she is.
Killer.
Mike shows a deuce. He's like, I had a deuce.
Killer.
That's what we refer to in poker as being caught with your hand in the cookie jar.
Casey played this hand excellently. So many people there with jacks go check fold. Not Casey. She goes check raise, and she instantly turns her hand into essentially, if I'm making a read on that and I'm in Postle's position, I'm thinking kings, aces, or ace queen. I mean, you hit that board all day long, and you're betting it, and you're raising it, and I'm giving you credit. I thought you
Look at Casey. This is something I want to point out about her, because I have noticed it. She has a switch. Okay. She has her poker on switch,
and
right?
I'm chilling, having fun at the table.
And the moment the hand's over, there's no transition. It's boom, the switch is off, and I'm back to joking, having fun with her. But when she's in the hand, it's all business.
Exactly.
I think this is an absolute essential trait.
Oh, so she's super chill and talkative and fun at the table until she goes into ninja assassin mode, and she's like, I will gut you and leave your chips spilling all over the table.
You never see her joking around in the middle of a hand.
Well, that's what I mean.
It's one move. mode.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's one mode, and she's trained herself. She's very disciplined. Bomb pot, guys.
The Terminator switch, on and off.
Ford Garrett says, I love Casey's betting face. All her faces are great, okay?
All of them.
We're 9 ways to this pot. King, queen, 5, couple of hearts.
Look at this Gina here with a gut shot to Broadway.
Poker Mama did flop 2 pair. I just want to point that out.
Alicia open-ended. Poker Mama apparently on a heater. Wait, where's her hand here? I think we're maybe catching up. Oh, queen 5. There we go. There we go.
Liquid Swords jumps into the Twitch chat, wants to know what my role is here at Stones. I am the poker tournament director and the Stones Live production manager.
Is that why you're wearing that jacket?
This jacket, I don't know if you've seen this.
Look.
But it has red, flashy red insides.
When you told me that the dress code was jackets only, I didn't know you meant like a suit coat.
Right. You look like you flew in on your hoverboard or something.
Oh, I totally wish. I totally wish. Where the hell is my hoverboard, guys? We've all seen Back to the Future. I've waited long enough.
They have them.
Oh, those are cheating.
No, not those. All right. YouTube human drone. Or drones capable of flying humans. YouTube it.
Oh no, the one guy made his own. Like when he was snowboarding.
There's some hoverboards out there.
Did he just show his jacket off to a stream that couldn't see him?
Did you just say jacket off?
No, the stream. I could see him. The stream. You guys couldn't see the stream. And did you say jacket?
He did.
Jacket
I heard
on.
I double quit now.
Well, that's the third time tonight our team members in the booth have quit. So if you guys can still see this, so far we're doing good. All right, so she does get a call here. 2 pair on the turn. This is nasty. Alicia here.
Wow.
Makes the absolute nut here.
Go, Alicia.
And Gina makes out there.
Did you point it out? Royal draw.
Oh my god.
She's got a royal draw.
So nasty.
This is what we like to refer to as a free roll. Like how I did the...
I see what you did there. Anything in air quotations, I'm cool with. All right, so Alicia here fires out 400, putting the pressure there. She can't afford to check behind. Casey with the stare down. That ace on the turn kills so many hands. It's so easy for somebody to actually be in there with some sort of ace queen, ace king, ace 5. I mean, you got to remember, this is the random, pot that everybody was in for free, basically.
$400 bet into a $600 pot looks so bluffy. If I was going to make a bet, I would either make that bet for Alicia, or I would make like a super spewy looking bluff bet like 700.
Yeah, so pot was about 6, Alicia bet 4. Casey's going to get out of there. Can't blame her. Everybody here obviously would make a good fold. Gina really only drawing to a chop here for Jack feels.
Actually kind of impressed with Casey's fold. Very disciplined.
There's so many hands that beat you. Got that ace on the turn. I mean, here's the deal. I would say 80 to 90% of the other cards that could hit the turn, Casey's going to continue. The ace, there's so many sort of ace king, ace queen, ace 5 combinations. Even an ace high heart draw now has that and a heart draw with it. Obviously, she can't see Gina's hand, but it's just that the ace on the turn just sucks for queen 5. I mean, bottom 2 and then you put an ace out there. I love Casey's fold there. Gina really sweating this here. Not the turn she necessarily wanted, but a turn that could definitely keep her around. Mike P at this point is probably just kind of waiting to fold. Cash04 says, Gina or Gina? Are you going for Gina or Gina, like the 40-year-old virgin movie reference? Because if you are, well played. And if you're not, go watch that movie. It's fantastic. And she's going to let it go. I would assume Mike P, pretty quick fold for him. And boom, Alicia skips the pot. She shows it. Miss Duckworth says no bluff.
Can we get a rabbit? We need a rabbit here.
We don't need no rabbit.
Yeah, we do. We do.
No.
No, we need one.
I will not allow it.
Rabbit, let's go. They're calling for it.
No.
Let's show it.
No.
Let's show it. Show the rabbit. There it is.
They
There's
are
the $5.
rabbit
Hunt time.
Oh,
Let's go.
wow, he's so excited.
Let's go. Come on. Queen of club. Oh, 8 of diamonds. So lame.
And let's talk about what we allow, Veronica and friends. We say you pretty much have no rules, and so they bust out rabbits. That's what we do here.
Yeah.
That's what we do. Why not? Why not? Reasons.
Those wascally wabbits.
Oh, man. I see what you did there. They're going to want the royalties. You better calm down with that. Mike P now on 25 Hondo.
That's it.
Our big dog at the table.
Oh, and this picture was taken yesterday when Jonathan Little and I went to get vegetarian food at Sunflower.
And you happen to be parked right in front of a perfect photo box white sheet opportunity.
No, it's funny because Taylor made this a couple days ago, photoshopped this obviously, and then we went to Sunflower yesterday with Taylor, Jonathan Little.
Yeah.
And Taylor tried to get a real picture, Jonathan Little in my car with me, but the sun was glaring off the windshield, so we couldn't get the non-Photoshop version of the picture.
First world photography problems over here.
Come in. Come in.
It's the best show in Stone's Life,
We're trying to get the general manager to come in.
That's it.
He won't do it. He's scared.
It's all right. He's like, challenge accepted.
He's gone. Oh, he almost came in when I said he was
It
scared.
was so close. That's how you do it. You gotta just goad him a little bit, see if he comes in.
I'm gonna get him in here one day.
Oh, he'll come in.
He's awesome. He's awesome.
Art's a
dude.
super nice guy.
Yeah.
Super nice guy. Super nice guy. And honestly, a moneymaker depends on Art when he's in town because he needs those $100 bottles of wine to drink with a straw.
The wine supply.
That's it.
We've already bought his wine for Friday.
Yeah, he's his wine pusher.
All right, there we go. Frank hits a 4. There's no aces out there for anyone.
Still want to do this?
Yeah, we're late, huh?
We are.
I mean, it's a tradition.
I know. I get it.
I don't want to break tradition. We're already late.
The people want it.
We've been very kind tonight with the word.
We've been very, very chill with the word of the evening.
For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, there is a standard segment when you're watching JK Squared called the Urban Dictionary Word of the Night.
And this one we don't really care. Actually, it's pretty lighthearted. You can post in the chat if you want. Normally that would be a big no-no, but can I just go ahead with it?
Well, there's two things going on. You know, first of all, Art's here and he's watching.
Classic.
Yeah. And second of all, we got Jonathan Little on the stream, so we don't know where his line is. So far, we haven't found it.
But we're gonna do it. So this will be real like. So normally we do a word from the Urban Dictionary that always involves the term Sacramento. Tonight's Urban Dictionary word, guys, is Sacramento breakup.
It's not that bad. I can actually stand proud with this.
Yes, Sacramento breakup. You guys
don't post it in the chat. Just keep it to yourself.
You guys read the definition. We've all known somebody like this. Unfortunately, if you've been in this scenario, it's not the best. But yeah, you get it. Sacramento breakup. There it is. So that is our word of the evening, our Urban Dictionary word tonight. Again, we kept it a little more PC, family friendly tonight. Normally they involve lots of body parts and fluids that we really can't bring up on the stream. Yeah, so we're gonna keep it a little PG tonight. We're gonna freshen it up.
Sacramento breakup. Enjoy.
And apparently there's 98 hashtags to that as well at the moment. So good stuff. All right, Stala here with A7 suited, going to make it 55 to go. Veronica makes the call with A6 suited.
Very cool.
Slightly behind. All red cards should be fun.
Rita Little jumps in on the Twitch side, says, I don't like your layout. Commentators box is covering the pro space. Everyone wants to see Jay Little. There he is, right there in that shot. And by the way, for anyone that doesn't like anything about our stream, we do offer a full 100% money back guarantee.
Nice. Everything they paid to watch.
Anything they've spent, we'll give it back to them. Just contact our support department. They will refund you 100%.
And that's at www.1-800-0shitsgiven.com?
Right.
Got it. Cool.
I think that's the number.
No, that's the website. I don't have the number.
If I dial that, what will happen?
Well, the website, I could say it, but I think you might, or the number, I think you can bleep me out if I said the 800 number. So
I'm going to completely backtrack. Apparently, this is Jonathan Little's mom.
Gotcha.
I apologize. Taylor, take the commentator box down now.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I love that you're in here watching. Jonathan Little, I will tell you, honestly, is an absolute pleasure. Like, the nicest guy in the world, like, way too nice. Like, I met him.
Incredible.
And I'm like, this guy's way too nice. He's all the way awesome. So you did good, Mama.
Oh, we're back. No, get rid of us. We want to see Jonathan Little.
No, Mama Little did good.
There we go. All right, commentators are gone. You know what? Most people, they make a complaint. We don't give a crap, right? But that's Jonathan Little's mom. Commentator box is gone. There you go.
Can I officially dub her as Mama Little? Because that's just a sweet name.
Oh, I love it. She's Mama Little from now on.
Mama Little.
There we go. All right, so now in this next shot, the next camera shot, when the action gets around to Casey, you should see that we have corrected the error of our ways and acknowledged that we were wrong, Mama Little. And we are going to have Jonathan Little in this next shot. There it is. There he is.
Boom. Done. Just chilling. Look, he almost had this look like, oh, me? Are you guys here for me?
Me?
Oh, no. I love it. I love it.
I love that you and I are still like doing our kind of like body movements and hand gestures, even though there's no commentator box.
I just keep looking at the camera like, hey.
I have flipped off the chat 3 times already, and they don't even know. That's
I wasn't going to say anything, but wow, look at this pot here. 9 high board. Speaking of Jonathan here, he's got top pair along with Stolly. And looks like a wicked street draw here for Mike P. And top 2 for Veronica. We could see some fireworks here.
I love fireworks. And you are welcome, Miss Little, Mama Little.
She now gets double the Jonathan, double the Little. We get 2 different camera
angles. If it was your mom, if it was my mom, if it's any mom.
We got nothing.
If it's any mom, we're going to do what we're told to do.
If you're the mom of the player to table, you get priority on camera angle.
100%. Stolly has hit top pair, top kicker. I love that hand. It's one of my favorites.
So buy-in says 60 to 500. Ricky Garcia there on YouTube says buy-in was 60 to 500 question mark. The game was uncapped. So apparently what we end up doing here is we end up doing table stakes after the very first hand. So you can always buy in up to the largest stack at the table.
I love stakes.
Yeah, yummy, delish. And boom, oh, Brick City.
That's
here.
a nothing card.
Brick City. I really thought it was going to be a 10 for just like super nasty fireworks. Gustanuts 9, what's going on? Cerebral Paul C. Wow, hell of a username. Well played, sir. Kjar Lunar, thank you very much. So everybody checks around over to Veronica. That's a great card for Veronica. I mean, that really completes nothing. If somebody had 5-7, they already flopped it, so you're really, it doesn't change anything. Veronica's shipping it absolutely here. I love the move. Looks like, I would say 350-ish, something like that. It says 4 and some change. Somewhere in the 350 range. Pot, you know, somewhere around, she pretty much bet pot. Pot was around 3 and some change as well. And Stolly here, again with that top scenario, she does have Mike P behind her, which sucks. You never want Mike P behind you in any poker table, I'll tell you that. Negative free roll. Those are some kind words. Thank you. I wish I was 40. I wish I was still. Never mind.
Canadian Shooter is in the house. Twitch side.
Oh, Canadian Shooter all day. What's going on? Our fellow friendly neighbor from the north.
Hey guys, if you love great free poker content, we're on Twitch and YouTube. Wherever you're watching, please hit that follow or subscribe button. Our content is 100% free as long as I'm employed by Stones. After that, my guarantees expire.
Exactly, but you can also find them at Starbucks right down the street. They'll help you out.
At that time.
Chris Moneymaker says, what happened to the 2 handsome Justin squared? If we can't see your good-looking faces, my dad and I will turn off the stream now.
Sad.
Unfortunate.
Very sad.
We don't want to lose Chris Moneymaker, son.
Guys, we have Jonathan Little in the game. He's in seat 8. The commentator box covers his face, and his mom is watching, wants to see him. Okay, so chill. The commentator box is going to be gone for the moment.
Liquid Sword says, y'all need a podcast, laugh out loud. That is like the 6th nicest thing somebody's ever said to me. Sure, yeah.
What was the 7th?
Well, the first 5 were really crappy. I don't remember what the 7th was.
All right, Veronica's got the 2 pairs. She's getting paid.
Janae Smith in the house on YouTube. Another regular I've seen the last few streams. Always a pleasure to have you tune in. Right on. Canadian Shooter, you're the best. I love it.
Janae Smith is with us on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate having you here. Ford Garrett, as always. always, he's like one of those names that I see every single time now.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you being a part of the stream and watching. Guys, if you haven't already become a part of your family, we really asking you to join. We have some really great things coming up over the next couple of months, and we want you to be a part of it. One of them is the Spring Classic, which will officially be announced tomorrow on Run It Up Network on Twitch, as well as at Stones on all our social media platforms. The Spring Classic will be from April 13th to 22nd and will feature the Run It Up network of poker streamers, including Jason Somerville, Lex Veldhouse, Kevin Martin, and a non-Run It Up guy, but also an incredible online personality, Andrew Nimi, will be here. We will be streaming every single night between April 13th and 23rd, so mark your calendars. It's going to be a Stones Live-a-palooza.
Super cool. And poker player No Limit Hold'em there says we need a Stones in SoCal. Carry the one. I believe we actually do have a sister property.
There's
down
some
there.
possibilities.
Well, we do have a sister property
There
down there
is
right now.
7 miles down there, and they're amazing.
Exactly.
I got to visit last month, and I would love to do a stream there. I don't know if it's going to work right away, but there are possibilities.
Very cool. Mr. Smiley says, how many bottles deep are they? I assume you're talking about wine, and we're going to go with the number 11.
I love it.
That is how many bottles deep they are.
Zach has raised up. We're at 135 to go, and we're around to Gina.
I really want to do another good damn Gina, so I really hope she gets involved.
You know
in
that was
pot.
just so perfect,
I mean,
right?
you know I had the shirt. If I would have known she was in the next time she's in the game, let me know. I'm gonna wear my damn Gina shirt, but I'm gonna keep it covered up and just like unzip it. The perfect moment, just boom, Superman it out.
But I'm still doing it.
Damn,
I'm
Gina.
still playing to the
I know,
camera,
they
even though
can't
the
see
camera's
us.
not on.
No, Mama Little.
Mama, can we turn the camera back on? It's really sad.
No, Mama-
Most of our game is body language.
Mama Little dictates, man.
I'm waiting, but if she,
No.
maybe she'll let us be up half the time.
You wear the suit, but she makes the calls here, all right?
I'm not denying that. I want Mama Little's permission to be. I miss us.
All right, so Zemi here. Wow, it's not the first time he said that, regardless of the camera, guys. All right, so Zach from Zach here, 3-betting to 135 with Ajax suited. Mike P definitely finds a call, as does Stolly over to Frank, who says, why the hell not? Why? Of course he's going to be in there. You kidding me? Frank in the middle of this sandwich? This is great. Rita Little said it's okay. Mama Little said it's cool.
Oh, thank you, Mama Little.
Thank you.
You're the best. I have to say, I've never met Jonathan Little's mom, but I'm a fan.
She's a rock star. All right, so Frank does connect with his 9 here. Actually gives him the best of it.
Whoa, who are those handsome gentlemen?
Hey, we're back. Guys, honestly, you missed it. It was great. While you were gone, while we weren't on screen, every time he was giving an announcement, I was just doing this and freaking him out.
That's actually not a joke.
It was a lot of fun. For me, for sure. All right, so it looks like everybody checks over to Zach, our original aggressor here, who's going to bet out a 175. Stolly's out, as is Postle. Oh, and Frank not believing it. Might come along. Mama Little says, okay, put it back on the camera. I'm a fan too, very much.
She's the best.
Very much appreciated.
She's the best.
It's great, honestly. It's great because I know that both of our moms tune in occasionally too, so that's fantastic.
She's close. Like, when it comes in the mom packing order, it's my mom, your mom, Jonathan.
Yeah, straight up.
She's the third mom.
Yeah, adopted
Which
mom.
usually, like, top 3 is good, right? Because I know a lot of moms.
it's straight up. Straight up. Deal. Frank did fold. Looks like they agreed to rabbit it. Did they rabbit it? Or no? Oh, yeah, well, they hit the turn. Oh, there we go. They did rabbit it. So you can see there, no help for Frank, and Zach actually scoops the pot. Check that out. Canadian Shooter said, be careful, camera's back on. Got to pretend you're sober again. Mike P there with 2,300. Zach from Sac at 2,100. Who just popped in and stole? Oh, that's Taylor. Okay. I was like, who just stole our dealer's headset? Like, that's a bold strategy.
Plucked it right off his head?
Yeah. Be like, oh, are these the?
Oh, like, I love that Taylor's in control of the commentator box, so we moved it so we can see Taylor.
Oh, wow, that's so nice of him. I really thought he hopped in there and are these the new Beats headphones? Like, let me put these on. Let me see what these are about. Matt Kaplan says, I'm not sure why you called Jack-9 offsuit if you were going to fold the perfect flop. What can I say? Veronica and Friends game can get a little interesting. We go a little sideways. Looks like Frank is on it again with the V-straddle here. Paul keeps pulling money out of it, and I love everything. I love everything about it. It looks like it's a battle of who's going to pay the blind here. Fantastic. Some confusion with the V-straddle.
So the debate on the table is whether it's always 55 or if it can be any amount.
I think as long as you make a V, which I would consider anywhere from 3 to 5 chips. Probably 5 chips is minimum V.
Yeah,
5 chips minimum V straddle.
Yep.
That's my guess. So $25 is a minimum V straddle.
On the Twitch side, Mad Capellan says, not sure why you call it Jack-9 off if you're going to fold the perfect flop. To which Canadian Shooter responds, this is why you should always just shove with Jack-9 off pre-flop.
Easy money. I'd rather just shove it and then guarantee to see 5 cards, take all the guesswork out of it, and just yell gamble, gamble. And then maybe put a YOLO in there somewhere.
I just yelled gamble one time.
I'm just kidding. I hate that term. Don't use that term.
Gamble!
No, you can use that term for sure. I encourage that one.
Veronica Crush here.
Oh my god! How did the gamble term? How are we on point like that?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I thought Taylor quit. He's back there doing stuff still.
I love it. Queen high flop here. Both players miss. Frank the best of it with ace high still. I love how Frank and Veronica basically just have a conversation during the hand. They just talk about life. They also have cards.
They're like staring into each other's souls.
Oh, a 10 would be so sick. Please put a 10 out there so Veronica has the one higher notch straight. Oh God.
We might not even see the river here.
Oh, it's so nasty. What are we doing?
It's 200 and something.
Veronica's
That's
just
way a stream bet, by the way.
She's spewing into Frank right now. She's like,
it sounds dirty.
She's spitting in his general direction. For sure. I can't believe how quick Taylor flushed gamble. I respect that. That's gonna be the new thing. When we yell gamble, like it's gotta be on point.
No, it doesn't matter what we yell. He needs to flash it on the screen.
That's true. That could get bad quickly. Might not be the best.
You guys, if you can't keep up, just quit like you said you were going to.
You've already quit like 7 times. I'm pretty sure unemployment's out of the question.
That's the opposite of what we do with Veronica. We fire her constantly.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
She's actually got the record now for the most fired and rehired Stones employee.
She is. Definitely the record. It's going to be hard to catch.
And Frank's going to give her the credit. Shows the jack.
Rabbit. Rabbit. Let's go.
All I do is I want Veronica to show the jack too, please.
She is. She's going to. Listen in. We're going to see a rabbit.
If the rabbit is a 10, you know how much money Frank just saved?
Oh!
Oh, there it is! There it is!
Bravo!
I was waiting for Frank's reaction of just like, loud noise.
No rabbit! We need a rabbit.
Oh, I want to know what the rabbit was.
So gross.
Maybe they threw something up
That's
there.
a bad beat
man.
for us.
Oh, man.
Wow.
And all these stacks really healthy. I mean, we only have 2 stacks beneath 1,000. Everybody else has 1,000 or more. I mean, 7 of the 9 players have over $1,000 in this 1-3 game. Welcome to Veronica and Friends, guys. All the way. You guys are great. I will be right back. I'm actually just going to go see if they want to buy me some cocktails. You want cocktails?
No, I'm going to go too. Let's just both go.
Okay, you guys hang out. Let us know what's
all right. Nice knowing you guys. Ah, Taylor outed me. Jonathan Little, ace-5, raises to 85. Zach might be stacking up a raise here. And it is. That's 200 and some change, maybe 225. And yeah, this is going to fold around really quick. Jonathan does not waste any time letting that hand go. Guys, don't forget, if you love great free poker content, you can really help us out by hitting that subscribe button on YouTube or the follow button on Twitch. Become a part of our family. We do stream always Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 7 to 10 Pacific Standard Time. We're in California. We do a lot of other streams too, and lately a ton. Like this week we're streaming every day but Saturday, and you won't know when we go live sometimes if it's a special event or a tournament final table unless you are following us. So we'd really like to have you be there. You can also go over to Twitter, follow us at Stones Live Poker. And again, we appreciate it. We're never asking for your money. We just ask for your attention. And you can really help us out just by going to our Twitter page, following us, and doing the same on Twitch and YouTube. So if you like what you see, help us out. We do appreciate it. I think it's also worth mentioning this time, if you want to get in one of these games, you can do that too. If we can get Stones Live Poker, give me the commands on both Twitch and YouTube sides so you guys know there is a phone number that you can text message. If you're going to be in town, if you're not sure what games you want to play, just ask for the calendar when you send your first text message and lock up your seat. We start our live games at 5:30, so as long as you can be here at Stones at 5:30, sign up 2-3 weeks in advance because these games do fill up. Veronica and Stolly heads up. Veronica hits a queen. Stolly gonna bet. Veronica looking for some of that easy money right now. Just a call, Veronica, otherwise your customer will run away. Veronica says she's in the matrix, she sees the code, she understands what's going on. We're going to see another card. That's an 8. That could actually help Veronica get some action here. And Stolly is going to keep betting. She's picked the wrong time to run a bluff because Veronica actually has a pretty decent hand. Bad news for Veronica if another 8 comes on the river. Other than that, she is in great shape here, and that's a wrap. Veronica does have the check mark. She's going to check it. Kathy says the only reason I'm checking is because I want to see your hand, and Veronica turns over a stone cold nuts. Well, it's not really the stone cold nuts, but it is the best hand in this scenario. Poker player in No Limit Hold On wants to know what is the SoCal location. It's in La Jolla. Google 7 Mile Casino. I got to visit it for the first time last month. It is choice. Amazing. You're gonna love it. Brett Shuck says the audio quality is truly the nut low. Such an easy improvement. We love your input. Help us out. We're not audio guys. We built everything from scratch. So if you have a legitimate, helpful comment, tell us what it is. We love the feedback.
All right, guys, 2 things while I was gone. It was very productive. First off, I caught up with Jonathan Little out there.
Yeah.
Said, your mom is awesome. Said, Rita Little is now Mama Little, and she's rad. And he said, great. Tell her to send me some good mojo because I need some good cards.
Is he getting beaten up?
He said, it's been like 2 hours, and he's won like 2 pots. So, yeah, it's time for some good mojo, for sure. Secondly, I saw Gina, and let's just say, without any spoilers, in 20 minutes, the shit may or may not hit the fan, and let's just go with the may option. It will hit the fan. So get ready. Coming up. And it was confirmed with Gina was like, can you believe this? And it was confirmed with 2 other people who just walked up to talk about the hand too while I was standing there. I'm like, well, I can't wait to see that in about 20-25 minutes, so get ready. Gina bomb incoming.
Ricky Barso, thank you for the correction on the YouTube chat. It is Chula Vista. I said La Jolla.
Oh.
offices are La Jolla, the casino's in Chula Vista. But it's all kind of the same area.
I always pronounce it La Jolla.
I just put the Tesla on autopilot, and I was there 20 minutes later. That's all I know.
OMG,
That's all I know.
Tesla brag, bro.
I'm going to go check on the Tesla.
Wow, you do that. 3, 4, 5 on the flop. Mikey P flopping the stone cold nut straight. And the only guy with a spade in case a couple more want to come there. Game on. Frank fires 100 with a 4. Mike, of course, just calls. What else are you going to do? Now, this is kind of an action killer. This 4-card straight to the board. This isn't going to get any extra money for Mike. However, if Frank wants to exploit this, which he's trying to do, this could be profitable. Frank bets 175 after Mike checks. And obviously Mike makes the call here. Spade completes on the river for potential flush. Let's see what Mike does. Mike, yeah, he's going to go for value here, and Frank raises him, so be it. I don't think he's going anywhere. This is 2 pair now for Frank. That's actually a beautiful money card, believe it or not, for Mike P. Whether he knows it or not, I think there was a quick verbal call by Frank, and now he's going to have to pay the piper. I do kind of love that with our actual footage here delay, being that I can see one of these players 20 minutes later, and I can talk about a hand and know that it's coming up. And so when I see it, I'll be like, "Ooh, tune in for this one, guys. This ought to be fun." All right, once again, taking a look at stacks. Mike P, our big dog, at 2,700, followed shortly by Zach there, about 2.2K. Everybody else shy of that, but still, the majority of the players here well above 1K stack. Healthy ones to regain. Brett Shuck, research higher quality mics, specifically directional mics. They pick up less background noise. I feel ya. I know that we actually did change our table mics to some shotgun mics with a certain, whatever it is, like a 45, 60 degree angle. And we put 4 of those that are shooting at different sections of the table. It's just tough. If you guys have ever played in a casino atmosphere, you know chips are loud. The atmosphere is loud. It's not quiet. So without having a completely designated soundproof room, essentially, just for this game, which we don't want to do. We don't want to isolate these players. I mean, they're here to play. They want to be part of the room, and the room is a great atmosphere and vibe. So kind of a catch-22. So Stolly here with Ace-King raises to 45. Mike P and Frank both come along. Poker Mama here with 9-4 suited. She's already in for 15. She's going to let it go. So we got 3 players to the flop. Kitty Tutor says table mic sounds like it's made out of Lego. That's a great analogy. I like it. Liquid Swords, always a pleasure, bud. Thanks for tuning in. Click that heart/follow button. We'll be here with you at least 3 times a week. For Garrett, let me go get my food real quick. I want to see the Gina hand. I think you got about another 15 minutes at most, so you better hurry up. Stolly currently on the short side of chips here. 230 bucks, give or take here. We'll fit on chips. Nonconformist in YouTube, what's going on? Over there in Twitch, X-Bob Love, what's going on? My resident tournament partner there for the Win the Button tournament the other day. Enjoyed chatting with you last night there during the last Jonathan Little stream. Stolly here, raising with Ace-8 suited. Frank calls. Alicia gets out of the way. Poker Mama with some connectors is going to come along. Queen Jack 6 on the flop here. Poker Mama does connect for the best of it here with a pair of 6s, bottom pair. Matt Calvin says Veronica's not there. Folded 5s apparently. Classic. I saw her tie up with Zach earlier where they both have a pair of 5s. Bet it and and win it. Easy game. Dude, the Veronica Friends game's always action. I do love that half the players at the table are women. I mean, it just makes a really great dynamic, but everybody at this table is a crusher. I mean, these are guys where, generally speaking, if you sit any one of them individually at the table, when you sit down as a player, that's the player you're not trying to mess with. So when you put them all at the same table, it's kind of like, well, this ought to be fun.
What I miss?
Lady No Mike says, with this type of game, you really don't need a hand delay. I mean, they're just in it to win it. Fire. Yeah, if we had like a few minute delay, I think we'd be all right. These guys are firing hard. X-Bob Love over there in the Twitch. Actually, we were chatting last night on the stream for a bit. I actually played. He was at my first table with the Win the Button tournament.
Okay.
And then when I got knocked out, he ended up getting knocked out shortly after, and then ended up getting replaced in the tournament in my seat, which was just 2 seats to his right at the same freaking table. Okay. And he was so upset about it, but then ended up going on a rampage and ripping everybody a new one. And
he almost made the final table.
Yeah, and knocking out 7 bounties too. And I'm
so
like, hell
what
yeah.
you're saying is you did not stay in your seat long enough.
What I'm saying is I'm the worst, and I am nothing. He is everything. I don't know why I'm in this booth. I know nothing. Just hanging out.
X-Bob Love is a follower of Jonathan Little's, and he explained to me when we were taking names for the stream, because he was just a couple away from making the final table to Win the Button.
Oh, yeah.
I said, what's your name? And he said, X-Bob Love. I said, no, your mom did not name you that. And he said, yeah, well, it's my screen name, Jonathan Little will know who I am. And I asked Jonathan Little, he said, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Big follower.
Oh, yeah.
Big follower.
Look at this hand here, guys. Gina drops a set of 7s here from the big. Life is good. There's really not much else for anybody out there. Alicia here with top pair with the king. Other than that, you got running club potential for Frank. So Gina and Mike P both checked Frank. That's 140 free money for Gina.
Yeah. Damn, Gina.
Damn.
What is Alicia stacking up chips?
Some 3. No, this is a dream scenario.
Wow.
We're gonna call it a wet dream scenario. Okay, so you're Gina here, you check, you get.
Wait, what's it wet?
Yeah, well, because this board, you're gonna see. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love all of this. Never mind. There's so many things I want to say. Anyways, so this is so dream scenario. Somebody bets, a player behind raises, and you're sitting there with a flopped set game on. Now, obviously, because of the potential straight draw flush draw there with the king 9, she's gonna start getting aggressive, and she ships it as she should. There's no reason to play this any slower at this point. Frank gets out of the way. Alicia makes thinking about making the call. She's going to make the call.
I feel bad for Alicia here. She's in a tough spot. Like, most of the times her hand is good.
So Alicia here drawing less than 10% against Gina's flop set of 7s here. And now we see the hands.
She needs running space.
A spade on the turn could also give some potential too. If the spade's on the...
of course.
Oh my god, it's always a sweat. A spade on the turn gives... oh my god!
Come on.
And
Come on,
Alicia
that's
goes
ridiculous.
running spades to beat a set of 7s. So, guys, spoiler alert, when I did catch Gina outside, she did tell me she flopped a set, and then somebody else came up, and nobody was in a good mood, so I knew that this was the hand. I knew it was not going to end well, and Alicia murdering that pot with running spades.
And why not?
Yeah. Immediately music, we're a little late on that, saying, where's Gina gone? I know you're shooting for
Can
nowhere.
we get some fire graphics too?
Oh my
Not
God.
just the words on fire. Let's get some actual pictures of
When
fire.
they win 2 pots in a row, can we get like an old NBA gym? He's heating up. They're heating up. It's
Oh
the
my
shoes.
God. How sick is that though? Okay, because look, in both players' mind, they both did everything right. Let's explain. Gina flops a set. Great. Jam, jam, jam. Get all your money in. You're going all in, right? Even if someone flushes out, straights out, you can still pair the board. You got that backup.
Yeah.
You're probably not going away from a set. But Alicia's not expecting a set. She thinks her kings are good the whole way.
Of course.
So someone might look at her and go, oh, what a donkey. She got it in with that hand. No, she had top pair with second best picker. And she goes runner. Poker happens.
Yeah, if poker
happens,
this is
man.
real. This is real. Or you come and joke is like, wow, kick the dog. Like, that is the point where you kick the dog. But PETA and the SPCA do not like that. Do not actually kick your fine furry.
No, and don't ship them without poking air holes.
Yeah, we
learned that
definitely.
the hard way.
Yeah, I was going to say we know nothing about that. We plead the 5th for sure when it comes to that. The 6th, probably part of the 7th. All of those. We plead
Whatever numbers that are out there, we plead them.
We don't want to go to jail for holeless puppies.
Jonathan Little wakes up with pocket 7s and says, everything I have It says 946. I think that's about right. Stolly, snap call.
Oh no!
Queen.
All right, coin flip
we're
time.
gambling. We're
flip.
gambling here.
Coin flip. And Zach's sitting there like,
we were looking at Frank actually.
Oh, there we go.
So how many times are they running it? Let's
Mr. Smiley. Damn, Gina. That was it. That was rough. All right, looking for a 7. Oh, that's not a bad flop here. All under 7, still way in front. 77% to win.
Scary card.
Oh, all around her hand, but does not connect. 7s will hold. This must have been actually when I just caught up with Jonathan. He said he only won 2 pots. Clearly, this was the second one. So yeah, that's it.
Pocket 7s are good, and they do have a slight edge pre-flop. So
he said he needed some of that mama little run good, is what he said. He said, toss me some good vibes.
Poker Pro Eric wants to know what Alicia's percentage to win on the flop was. Well,
she had a
9%
backdoor
flush draw.
9%.
Yeah, top pair against a set. Like basically needs to go runner both her cards, or runner flush.
Okay, guys, like I said, 9%. She was 9% on the flop.
We're talking big picture.
It's still 9%.
I don't know why you're being a jerk about this.
Carry the 1, 9%.
It was 9%.
9%. I was there.
Gus the Nuts 9. Great name, by the way.
Absolutely.
He says in the Twitch chat, another runner board. Yeah, that's Veronica and friends. It's so weird. It's so consistent. Like it shouldn't be that consistent.
It's so sick because like runner, you're like, oh, who hit runner? The other day, I was at a poker game where somebody's just like, oh yeah, I flopped. Actually, speaking of which, Taylor, our resident booth guy, flops
our boothie.
Flops top set. So he checks. Somebody with an underpair checks behind, turns his set, and rivers quads.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, Taylor, you play bad.
Okay, Taylor, get ready. Gamble! See, he's not that quick. Oh, he is quick.
My God, he's so on point.
Okay,
Even after I just kept cheating him about his bad beat. Ouch. Wow, he's still hired. He's not fired yet.
He tried to quit. We won't let him.
Not allowed.
Ace 2 6. Frank hits a 6. We have 1 club only for Pokemon with 2 clubs. Frank should bet here, and the hand should be over.
Frank's going to check. Pokemon is going to bet, and then the hand probably will still be over.
Weird.
We'll see. 75 here, my guess is that bet. Sure is. Quick call by Frank. 9 peels on the turn here does complete the potential flush draw. Neither players have.
Check.
Gus the Nuts, thank you very much for the kind words, man. Always a pleasure having you tune in. 2 pair for Frank. Way the best. Frank bets 175. Pokemon here with a bit of thinking here. I think more a bit of a posture mode.
Hollywood?
Yeah, well, here's the deal. It's fine. So I'm okay with that. So what she did there was the perfect balance of Hollywood, right? You know you're not going to call. You know you're not going to do anything. But I'm also not just going to snap fold thinking that I don't want to give players the idea they can just always bet and I fold. Right. So with that being said, I'm going to sit there. I'm going to think about it for a minute like I actually have a choice, when in reality I don't. But I'm not going to give it more than about 3 to 5 seconds like she did. And then we're done.
Phil Helmuth says that even if he knows what he's doing right away,
he always puts the counter in his hand.
Counts to 10. I know I'm going to snap fold. No. Count to 10. Fold.
How fast do you count to 10? Cool. Guys, for those of you who couldn't hear that, it was really fast. I counted to 10 that fast.
It was so fast it just sounded like this. That was 10. 1 to 10. Lady Nomad says bad beats are a part of the game. Yes, they are. Absolutely.
Zach looks so innocent with that pug shirt, but like that pug staring at you is like, call me. I have a straight flush. Just call me.
I really wish you could just like put a black bar over his head so it just looks like it's a giant pug, like giant chest pug.
Okay, let's read it, guys. Everybody together now. 1, 2, 3. Bomb pot. Okay, so that means everybody throws in 25 bucks.
Is it only 8 people? 8 people in this bomb pot?
I think so. So that's it. Everybody throws in 25 bucks. We see a flop. We play from there. Check it out. Jack Eye board, couple of hearts. Zach with the nut flush draw.
So Veronica has the best hand with a pair of jacks, but as you can see, ZM's flush draw actually has a better percentage currently of winning. With 2 cards to come, any king, sorry, not any king, any heart would bring him ahead.
And Alicia actually has the nut heart too. If we wanted to go runner, like we would ever go runner.
No, that doesn't happen.
Never.
That does not happen.
We would never do that. I love our chat. Once again, guys, if you haven't done so yet, follow, click, subscribe, all the above here. YouTube, Twitch, Stones Live Poker. We're here with you at least 3 times a week, if not more. Like this week. 150 bet by Zach. Looks like Stolly's going to let it go, as is everybody else. Easy money. Bet it to win it. Zach from Sack taking it down. Yeah, they do a bomb pot every dealer change, guys. They do a $25 bomb pot. That was their choice. The players decided to do that there. And this time, I believe we only had 8 players in there. Yeah, Gina's currently away from the table. Yeah,
damn,
so
Gina.
Yeah, damn, Gina messing up that bomb pot. There it is, guys. YouTube, Twitch, Google, Stones Gambling Hall, Poker Sacramento. You can't miss it.
Gus in the Twitch chat says, do you guys have a way to sub through PokerStars transfer? No, we are YouTube and Twitch. There's the graphic right there on the screen. Follow us or subscribe on either one. We are 100% free.
But if you want to, they pay a couple bucks if they want to subscribe on Twitch, right?
They can.
And that's like $5 or something?
$5.
Okay, so the way that we do our PokerStars transfer is you just go win at least $5 on PokerStars, and then you just subscribe. It's easy.
Same thing.
It's easy. I've won at least $6 on PokerStars, so I know what's going on. Zach again here with Queens, popping to 60 plus 1. But we do appreciate you looking out. Always a pleasure, Gustin.
ZM with pocket queen. Stolly, ace is raised to 60 and a call. Oh, I thought she called. No, she's going to let ace just go.
She's just having a good time. It's a soulful.
But Frank will call. Why not? He's got Jack 8.
Easy money. I got 2 unders. I'm good.
Jack 8 on the flop.
Oh, don't do it. Two jacks though. Pretty much same thing. This ought to be fun.
Oh my god.
Now the interesting thing is that, you know, he's like, oh, Jack can't be in his range. Anything is in Frank's range.
Yeah,
so
he doesn't have a range.
Yeah, so we'll see. Range? What's a range? You mean like my oven? The stove at home?
I had cards.
Oh, so sick. So now Frank with this real. Frank with the absolute stone cold nutski. Zach only can catch one of the 2 remaining queens in the deck. Zach betting here. God, and he has every right to bet. And he's look at Frank with the head rub. Oh, it's
look at I love it. His Hollywood is so awesome.
Oh man, look at this. Frank's gonna call. Oh my God, don't put a queen on the river. Don't do it. Oh. I was gonna lose it. If a queen hit the river, I was gonna have a heart
no
attack.
hesitation. Boom. 500. Zach, it's gonna be a tough laydown. He's capable of it. I don't know if he will.
Oh no, 350.
He's capable of this laydown. It's gonna be a tough laydown.
I think the only thing Zach is actually questioning at this point is Frank was on auto fire, and those diamonds might have actually cost Frank money.
Yeah.
If Zach's putting Frank on a diamond draw, it was such a quick bet.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Good
100%.
fold.
And you know why?
Good fold.
Those diamonds cost Frank money. If that diamond does appeal and he makes that same bet, I bet you Zach is much more
The thing though is that you're right that the diamond costs him the money, but no matter what that river card was, Frank had the same move.
Oh yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to him. But you're right. The diamond absolutely it's no good. No good.
Wow.
Well, I mean, it's great. It's great for Zach because it saves him $350.
It did make the fold a little easier for him.
A lot easier because I mean, you know that Frank's a type of player who definitely has no problem calling out a draw. You know, so when that draw actually gets there and he just instantly like slingshot fires money into the pot, I have no problem with the fold there. Absolutely.
It's almost like Frank made it look like I'm waiting for the diamond. Diamond. Oh.
Even the way that Frank played that hand, even if Frank didn't have a monster there and Zach laid that down, I have no problem with Zach laying down. The way Frank played that hand, I would have put him on some sort of drawy hand, or that he had a jack the whole time, and I don't want any part of it.
Like the YouTube chat wanted a queen so bad.
Oh my God! I really thought it was going to happen. It was just like such the perfect Storm 6 setup. I'm like, this is happening. How does this not happen?
Gina's back.
So clearly me and Gina just met at the ATM, which in real life, me and Gina just met at the ATM, we talked about what happened, and then I came back in the booth and said, guys, wait for this Gina hand coming up. Gina is back in the house. So Stolly here raises with King 4. Frank 3-betting with King Jack. Quite liberal. I like it here. 3-bet. 113. The thing is, Frank gets all the action Frank wants. So the problem is like whenever he's 3-betting, he better be ready for multiple colors in a multi-way action pot because he's gonna get it.
Had to kick someone out. Sorry.
Understandable. Wait, you didn't kick out our booth guys, did you?
You gotta go.
Oh, that's fine. Like now? You want me to leave now? That's good. I'm out of here.
Screw you, man. I quit.
You said you were out of the peanuts you pay me anyways.
Cookies. Peanuts. Let's not get crazy.
Oh, I didn't get the raise yet to cookies? To peanuts? I didn't get the raise to peanuts?
What happened?
What's going on? Looks like some bets.
Oh, did they just go pre-flop, put money in, and run the board?
Yeah, looks
and
like
Mike flops 2 5s?
Yeah, Mike was like, check out my... Oh, no. Wait, why is Frank stacking? What's going on here?
I don't know. There must have been a rabbit.
No. Here's what it comes down to. If Frank and Mike P are both involved, it's never good. It's always shady. Yeah. Always question everything.
What's up now, 5? Welcome to the chat room on Twitch. We appreciate you being here. Lady Noma rooting for that Gina triple up. She needs it. She's had a rough night.
It's true. Let's punch in that cash win command over in Twitch. See how that's going down here. Looks like so far Alicia is up 2.1k. Not surprised with her slew of aces. Mike P up about 1.9k, and for Veronica up about 965. I know when I talked to her earlier, she was stuck up 965 since we started the stream. I would say Veronica in real world money is close to even. So good for her. Did Mike bring his Harlan game? I think only Harlan can really bring Harlan game, man. Harlan game is real. There's a reason it's called the Harlan game.
It was hard to tell Harlan no tonight. He called me. He wanted to play tonight. Oh. And it was like, Harlan, I'm sorry. You're not Veronica's friend.
Ouch. Ouch. Words hurt, dude.
Sad.
Words hurt. Zach! ZM waking up with another big hand here with Jax. Is going to come in for a solid pump. Let's pump it up. It's got like 155, it looks like. Something like that, maybe. Possibly. 180.
I hear Frank in the background say, do we have any wine left, man?
Frank's like, there's got to be a bottle on one of these tables around the game for sure.
Oh, Stolly's sticking some chips in there. ZM, 3 bets to 180 with Jack. Stolly.
Oh, it's 2 callers. Look at this.
Wow.
Mike P and Stolly both with 7 high between the two of them.
Okay, then.
Get some. 9-10 Jack. Oh my God, Zach is so far ahead. It's not even funny. Although Stolly does have the crappy in the straight draw with an 8 peeling, which would be good. So nasty. And you love seeing a Jack. You hate the coordinated board. You can see Ozzy there, another regular on the stream, right behind Zach's, totally sweating him for this hand. And yeah, that's a quick, easy fold. Ozzy's like, yeah, that's how you play poker, yeah.
Ozzy actually was supposed to be in the game tonight.
Ozzy there, you guys know him there. Ozzy is on. You see him all the time here on Stones Live. I think he was on here a few nights ago. In fact, he was on the hand that Jonathan Little was analyzing, I believe. Him and Gina were both on that hand.
You're correct.
Guys, once again, if you're new to the stream, make sure you click that heart/subscribe/follow button. We're here with you at least 3 times a week. Walking around the table here, look at those chip stacks. Red chips are $5 chips, green chips are 25s, and $1 chips are the blue ones.
We'd love to know where you guys are tuning in from, so no matter where you are on the planet, whether it be my mom's bedroom, Uranus, Antarctica.
You pretty much covered the 3.
Yeah.
Those are every stream.
Hey, let us know, though. We're always
South Pole,
curious.
North Pole,
Where's everyone tuning in from, guys? We'd like to know where you guys are coming from. It's kind of cool to see. We got viewers all over the planet. So
just high-five the dealer while he's playing it. Is that allowed? Do we allow that? Can you high-five the dealer?
It's Jen. We can do it.
Okay, we're going to allow it. Stalling here with Jack 6 suited, what I've actually called the shocker, is going to pop it up to 45. Spread that around, guys. Every hand has a name. If you guys play Jack 6 in your local card room and you end up winning a hand, make sure you call it the shocker, please. And we'll go from there. You can say we're started here on Stones Live. We started actually at home game a while ago, but I really want to make it a thing, so we're going to do with it. Why is it called that? Because every time you flip it over, people are shocked when you win the pot. Very true. Lady Nomuck, tuning in from Hayward, California, right down the street. Rick in Barstow says guess. I'm gonna guess. Survey says Barstow.
He could be in Baker.
Got it. Somerville, South Carolina. What's up there for him? Nice.
Pensacola, Florida on the Twitch side, and Canadian shooter watching from North Korea. That makes sense.
You can call me Joker tuning in from Gotham. I would say I'm not surprised.
Magic Man's with my mom.
#1 headband currently in Kuwait City, Kuwait. Right on. You win the award, I think, for longest distance at this point.
Fulham FC in South Carolina. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate having you here. Right back at you, Rick and Barstow. I never would have guessed you're watching from Barstow. Ghost of M is watching from Stones.
Classic. Hey, really? If so, you need to come over. We got a party.
Right?
It's Ghost of M. Like, you just need to get here.
New York City's in the house on the YouTube side.
Ghost of M, why don't you come in when Vanessa's in town? Vanessa Kane, Ghost of M party?
You should.
Game on.
Yeah.
For sure. Canadian shooter said Alaska. I see what you did there.
Nonconformist from my mom's house. I don't know if it's your mom or my mom, but
Somebody's mom.
that's right, someone's mom. Paul Hillard from Pennsylvania, thanks for joining us. Apple 322 from Vancouver, Canada, we really appreciate having you here. Canadian shooter says he's in Alaska. Then shouldn't you be American shooter? Oh, that was bad. He tricked me.
Wow.
He tricked me.
Wow.
He tricked me.
I see what you did there.
All right. Eric's in a van down by the river.
But honestly, with cellular internet these days, good for you. Thanks for tuning in.
Right.
Thanks for using up your several gigabytes of data per month to watch Stones
With
live.
Verizon, it's unlimited.
Only because I'm on that family plan life. I'm living a super on somebody else's plan. Pay for all that money every month. Hustling.
Stolly, ace 5, she's in there. It's graphic blocked a little, 15 or 20. It's 20 to go. Mike's in with Queen Jack. Frank folds, that was King 4. And in case you're writing down to find out the 3 to 5 hands, Frank folds. King 4 is one of them.
Go with 3.
Oh.
3 hands.
We got a little bump. Ace Jack from Zach. Veronica 9's a bunch of decent hands in here. Stolly, is she coming along with ace 5 or no?
There we go. We all forgot about Uranus there. Thanks so much, Eden, there on Twitch. I like your username. Well played there. Chi-Man over there in LA. On the YouTube side of things. Queen High board here. Mike P does connect, gives him the best of it.
Congratulations, Mike. You can tell from his avatar next to his cards, he's very excited about this flop. Can't contain it.
And 5 peels off. Still Mike P with the check mark here. Healthy pot, almost $500 in there. Everybody checking. Mike P is like, hell yeah, I'm going for value. There's only one person behind me, and we've pretty much checked this thing through, so. Eric, is there any van parking near Stones? There's all sorts of parking around Stones.
Hey, there's actually a charge point where you can plug your van in and charge it up. There is. In case it's free. Come use it. What?
I know what you're fishing. I know what you're fishing for there. Tell me all about your all-electric van, and I'll tell you about how Justin owns a Tesla.
No,
and that's what he knows about the charging.
Was there another way?
Well, another way to charge?
No, another way to make the van go.
Oh, yeah. Well, some people use this thing called gasoline. Some people call it petrol.
It's barbaric.
It's weird.
Who would do that?
Depending on where you're at.
Don't you know our planet is dying?
Speech, podium, soapbox, speech. You know how much fuel it takes to make your Tesla?
Pokepork wants to know if there's a place someone can park their Tesla. I'm glad you asked.
Guys, stop goading him. Just leave, you know what? His avatar is going to just be a picture of a Tesla on the screen.
With Jonathan Little in the passenger seat.
Phil Money, man. P Money in the house. Oh, man. I love it. Phil stopped by the booth. For those of you who have seen him there on a final table, that is Phil, our resident dealer, who just stopped by the booth and set it up. Every time somebody says poker dealers don't know how to play, I love when Phil makes a final table because I always point it out. Phil's a beast, and he's got one mode, and it's Crush.
I hate that you're going to force me to give him a compliment because I can't stand that, but he is really good turn.
He's a beast. He's so beast. Yeah, it's like whenever we're playing, I'm like, oh, Phil, I'd really wish you were dealing and not directly to my right, making my life a living hell. How long drive from LA to Stones?
Doesn't matter how long. Just jump on I-5 and let's go.
Let's call it 5 hours if you speed ever so slightly, but we don't condone that. We can't endorse that, but please do it.
And you can stop in Bakersfield to charge your vehicle on the way up.
Or you can hit any one of those hundreds of millions of things around called a gas station, because the rest of us still have combustible engines.
What's that?
I don't know, but my car hasn't exploded yet, so I'm going with it. I love it. You can leave the kid in the van parked anywhere you want as long as you bring them pizza and duck tacos. Truth, guys. Truth.
Gina starting her climb back to evenness.
So Gus the Nuts here in chat brings up an interesting point, which we've talked about before, although a lot of dealers do not capitalize on this. Says there's a poker dealer here in Vancouver that absolutely kills it. He's so smart, he watches all the players. Thanks. Then plays them in other casinos and stacks them. If you play around Vancouver, you know who he is.
It seems like it's a bad long-term strategy to study and stack the customers that are tipping you daily.
Very true. You gotta be careful of that. It's a fine line you walk. Speaking of other fine gentlemen here.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
Absolutely.
What's up? We got Triple D peeking over the booth ledge here. What's up?
Is this a wine-free zone?
Oh, this is, but not that table.
There's no wine in here. If you go just a little over that way, there's a lot of wine.
You better get on that.
I almost got drunk walking by there.
Yeah. He almost got drunk walking by the table, guys. That's how Veronica and Friends is going tonight.
I don't know if you guys had an opportunity to tune in last night. You saw Triple D sitting in seat number 2 in the 1-2 game with Jonathan Little and Michael Longcar doing commentary. Definitely worth a watch. I'm halfway through it myself since I was working last night, and I didn't really get an opportunity to watch while it was going. But I'm halfway through, and it's a great game. And
good stream, huh?
You played great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I ended up on top.
I can't say that to everyone in the game.
Okay.
But you did. Yeah. You played great, and Kyle got an invite to Veronica and Friends. So what's that say? I haven't seen Triple D with an invite to Veronica and Friends, which actually means he's playing good.
That's what I mean. They don't want him coming there and crushing it. I wouldn't invite him either. I mean, you think that's the guy I want to invite to my home game? I mean, I love him, but I don't want to give him all my money.
This is all bad players over there. Except Jonathan Little.
Yes, of course.
Who's not playing many hands.
Speaking of which, Mama Little says, I must say your camera angles are awesome now, and you two Justin's rock. You're the best. Thank you very much for the kind words.
Oh, we've moved into her heart a little.
It's true, Mama Little. It's good. Later, Trips.
Triple.
She always has Trips. Yeah, whenever we hit the Mama Little props, we feel good about it. Queen here on the turn. Look at that. Is just enough to give Poker Mama the best here above Jonathan's 9s and 5s. I don't think either player is going to lose too much on here. Jonathan, Gina checks. Jonathan's going to fire out 20. Let's see what Casey does. I'm assuming she's going to come in for a raise, and this is going to be a pretty quick, easy fold by Jonathan. By both players, really.
No, it's unfair, in my opinion, for Jonathan because Casey is also a studier, and she sat in the booth with him all night Monday during the Win the Button tournament final table and just analyzed everything that he had to say. So I think what I'm trying to say here is that Casey knows that Jonathan Little is making small bets into pots like that to try and induce action and see where he is.
Absolutely.
And she's exploiting that, and that is unfair.
Why is that unfair?
And she needs to treat him, he's our guest here at Stones, and she should not be raising him in that fashion.
If she soft played against him, I think he would be upset about that.
No, I mean, we were talking earlier about how guys play soft play against girls, and I think in the sense of equality for the sexes and the genders, or whatever you claim to be, that it should go the other way as well.
Bold strategy. I like it. All right, so Mr. Optic says, when will Train play in the Veronica and Friends game? I would need, I think, to be her friend first, and I'm pretty sure she just yells and does bad things to me.
There's 3 criteria.
Yeah.
Friend,
Yep.
reading list,
Yep.
or spewy poker player.
I mean, I fall into one of those categories, but it's only the spewy part. I don't know if that's enough to get me in the game.
No, that's enough.
All right, all right.
Already got it.
Too late. You said it. That was great. All right, so Frank here pops it to 20 with 9-10. Poker Mama's coming along with 8-6, as is Gina. Wow, everybody in everybody's range here. The only guy with a couple of big live cards, actually Jonathan here. And Stolly with an ace rag. So that'll be interesting. God, any sort of middle of the road board here, we're gonna see some fireworks. That'll do it. Lots of 10s for Frank.
Merry Christmas, Frank.
And Stolly does connect with the ace. Obviously a paired board, really bad kicker, not super in love with it, but she'll hang around a bit. Frank's like, how many? I'm in. Frank's like, I'm enjoying these duck tacos, which are delicious, by the way. I literally had some for dinner about an hour ago. Well, I guess before the stream started. I wasn't eating them. Never mind. All right, 4 on the river. Does absolutely nothing here. Stolly just with the ace, and the sick part is she's playing her 6th kicker, which sucks. If any sort of high card peeled out there and she could have chopped with another ace, it actually would have been better if a queen or king peeled. She's betting now that she's getting raised by Frank. She hates life. She knows it's probably no good. It's not really enough to like get her to lay down here. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's still pretty cheap.
If she's paying attention to Frank, she knows that she's not in good shape here.
And especially since he raised pretty light. I mean, 50 to 125 is literally 1 click above min raise. I think she's got to know Frank's going for value. She's just going to call. She says, prove it. And that's exactly what Frank's going to do while he's busy with the duck tacos. Gotta add sriracha to those. They are delish. And then take a look at stacks here. You do have Mike P, our resident big dog here at 3K, followed by Alicia at 2.4. Stolly's still in the short end around 326, but got everybody, including Gina now, at 1K above. So 8 of the 9 players here with above 1,000 at the table. Welcome to Stones 1-3. That's how you do it, guys. Mr. Smiley, does Stones have sake? I'm not entirely sure. I want to say yes, though. We have a wide variety of different liquors and spirits. I would not be surprised if we had some. Probably at least one, maybe, I'm thinking. We do have Wine Wednesdays every Wednesday. That's always a pleasure. Chris Moneymaker says, this game deserves to go into overtime. I'll pay for the overtime pay and the Tesla parking fee. I think the overtime pay is a little bit, but the Tesla parking fee is pretty much free, right? There you go. It is free. Well, actually, no joke, the chargers here are free.
Yeah.
No,
let's not spread that information.
You don't have a free gas station?
No, it's okay.
You don't want to come in?
We don't need to talk about
why, because Jake is half the time taking your charging spot?
The price of the...
Jake's taking your parking spot too often.
It's really crazy here. It's like $5 a minute to charge your electric vehicle here at Stones.
Look at that V-straddle! Tell me that's happening.
Oh my God!
Tell me that V-straddle.
No! Come on.
That is real. Is this real life? Oh my God! She's counting it. This is happening. This is going down, guys. This is going down.
Come on. Yeah, Jenna's counting it out. We have a V-straddle. It is the biggest V I've ever seen.
Did we set a record for biggest V?
The V is so big, you are going to have to nail a 2x4 to your ass.
Wow. Okay? Wow. That's a large V, guys. That is a large V. Holy crap. So what, do we actually come up with a number for this yet? This has got to be like $100 and something straddle, right?
Pico and Twitch wants to know what the hell is a V-straddle. Look at the screen, sir.
So as long as you straddle with enough chips to make a V is what we call a V-straddle. This is what we call the extreme V, the extra deep V, if you so will here. For those of you, Google SNL deep V-neck skit. You will not regret it. Really enjoy it. It's got Ben Stiller. You're gonna love it. Extra deep V-neck SNL. Look it up.
How much is that straddle? Do we know 200?
It's got to be over 100. It's got to be like
200 to call.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wow. Welcome to Stones Live, guys.
Oh, does Mike Postle? Oh, he's negotiating a call and run the board, and he's got ace queen.
And you know, Frank doesn't look. He's saying he doesn't look, right? Sacramento V-neck. I love it. Is that a term? We got. If it's not, we got to make it.
Yeah, so Frank has not looked at his hand. He just announced he doesn't know what he has. I believe they're just putting in the 200 and running the board.
And look at this. He actually has 2 live cards that aren't bad against Mike's ace queen here. Check this out. And he's only got a club. He's looking for a club on the turn for extra outs. Otherwise, he needs a jack.
They're actually playing, it looks like.
Oh, wow. Club, jack, or king is going to do it here. No. Brick City. Mike P's ace queen good. That V. Lol. He's like, how do I miss that? I have like 14 outs going to the river there. How do I miss that?
I love the $200 V-straddle.
So
you actually have a real hand.
Yeah, super solid.
How many times?
And you know he didn't look. I mean, not that it matters.
Straddled like that and woke up with like aces or kings.
Very rarely. Very rarely.
But isn't it great?
Oh, it's so great.
Right.
And nobody ever believes you, especially if you're a player who generally gives action.
Right.
Oh my God, you raise your straddle, everybody calls. Once the first person calls, everybody calls behind. You're like, oh, it's $5 straddle. Cool, I'll make it 40, and you get like 6 callers. Yes, please. Immunity Music says there needs to be a D straddle so people can ask how much is the D. Well played, good sir. Well played.
Poker Mama calls the 15, and Stolly wakes up in seat 9 with pocket queens. We're going upstairs.
Canadian Shooter says, V and friends, 1 bottle of wine always away from bringing over a roulette wheel. Might as well. Game on, guys. Here, Veronica and friends. We like to basically make poker as much of a table game as possible here. You just go all in, no peeky, and see what happens.
It kind of feels like that, right?
All right, so Stolly here with queens, just 3-betting to 60, getting all sorts of action.
Oh, wow. So queens are in trouble from Frank's King 3.
Oh, my God.
And I'd like to remind you, Frank folded King 4 earlier, but King 3? Choice.
Way good. Way good. King 3, way good.
Wow.
Frank plays position. You know he plays the big blind better than anybody here. Oh, coming out swinging. Let's call it like 300. Is that what that is? 300 there.
And Stolly not going anywhere.
Not believing it, not buying it. She's going to go all in for her last couple bucks here, and she's going to see that Frank's 11 pair is good. Wait. Oh, actually, I think she might have a little bit more. She might have reloaded some chips. Quick call there on the river by Stolly for another 300.
See if we get a reaction from her here. Kathy cannot believe it.
Stolly's thinking, how do you call my 3-bet pre with King 3?
That's pretty gross. Ouch. We'd like to take a moment of silence for Kathy's queens.
For Kathy's chips. Lady Nomax says, Jonathan Little looks miserable. No optimal game theory here. It does not compute. Optimal game theory at Veronica and Friends is Gamba! Oh, that's so much.
I can see Jonathan Little doing the calculations in his head. Okay, if I call here, check.
See? Look at the screen, guys.
Carry the
Gamba!
one.
Save together over.
What's the best play? Oh, shit, everyone's raising.
So here's how you, at this table, here's how you play optimal game theory, right? Seriously, go with me here. Take your optimal game theory, wrap it up real nice and tight, and walk over to the window, open it up, and throw it right out.
Gone.
And that's how you play Veronica and Friends game. Playing grid, tuning in from San Francisco, right down the street, right on, dude.
Get into one of these games like with an hour-and-a-half drive.
Easy money. Yeah. You can sign up right now on your phone. All right, Alicia coming in for a raise. Look like 30, 35-ish. 30 it is. Ace-8 suited. Oh, to Jonathan with Ace-9, who gives Alicia respect. And lets it go.
Well, every time she comes into a pot, she has pocket aces.
Very true. And Frank now with Ace-9 says, I don't know what respect is, but I'm in. X-Bomb Love with a comment of the night. GTO at Stones is gamble theory optimal. Straight up. Mic drop, tip your waitress. He'll be here all week. I love it. All right, so check over to Mike P with top pair. Bet 60. Frank giving a speech. We like it. He's going to let it go.
I think one of the things that you see, like people watch the stream and wonder what's going on in this room. Is this just the game that happens on the live stream? Or is this indicative of how action really is at Stones? Because a lot of people have never been to Stones. They're just watching the stream. They watch these games. They're saying, they're like, okay, these players are stacked. They're crazy players.
Or they think that we front this as some sort of publicity thing. Like,
Right.
No.
I will tell you this. The games at Stones are the sickest action.
Disgusting.
It doesn't have to be. The live stream is just one game. I look out here, this room is full tonight. There's games everywhere. And the action is wicked. And one of the keys to that,
12 tables running outside of the live stream. 12 filled poker games running outside of the live stream.
there's a reason. They're action. All right? They're great games. You want to get down here, you want to get on the list and get in one. And you can do that without even talking to a human being by downloading our free app. It's in iTunes, it's in Google Play. Just open up your phone, type in Stones Gambling Hall, free download.
Done. There it is, guys. If you actually still use QR codes like you're stuck in the past from 3 or 4 years ago, you can go ahead and use those. Otherwise, yeah, just punch it in.
Put on some tie-dye and some bell-bottoms, too.
It'll pop right up. You're good. Stones GTA. How about gamble theory advantage? How about that? We'll take it. All right, so Poker Mama here with Ace Jack suited is going to make it 45 to go. Jay Little's going to come along, as is Mike P. Zach now getting crafty from the small blind. 4-6 suited, 3 bets to 140. Veronica gets out of the way. Poker Mama says, yes, please. And I mean, at this point, this is what I call the avalanche effect, right? Once you get players start calling, everybody's going to call behind just for value, just for pot odds. Oh, how does Fossil fall? Come on, this is exactly what I was talking about. You guys are the worst.
He had to take a bite of his food.
No, they should have just been there all day with that. You were getting so much great value at that point. Check that out.
Oh, look at Poker Mama hits the nut heart draw. Jonathan Little does have an inside straight draw, but probably not enough to continue with.
Sam L, 257.
Zach's going to lead out, though, with that 6-4.
There's Triple D there making a little camera appearance, a little cameo.
Nice.
And everybody folds. Poker Mama bets it. Bets it. Wins it, guys. Poker's easy. Easy game. Just bet it and win it. Easy. Let's see. What did I just see out there? Something out there. Watt rising 17 degrees now in Denver. Yeah, it's freaking cold, man. It's really cold here. It got cold out of nowhere. We got a little glimpse of like spring/summer when it was like 70 degrees and awesome. And then all of a sudden, like last night, it was 28 degrees. And I said, what the heck happened?
There's a lot of people that like to hate on California lately. I don't know if you have noticed that. There's a lot of like negative comments about California, and to those people, I would like to remind you to just enjoy your sub-zero winters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shoveling snow looks like a blast, and that's why I want to let you guys have all the fun.
Yep.
Because we don't have that here.
California sucks. Yeah, but it's sunny all the time.
I was reading.
And it's amazing.
I was reading on a motorcycle forum, and people said, "How do you winterize your bike?" And everybody's giving like, "I put it up on blocks, and I do a battery tender, and this and that." Some guy in California said, "I put on a sweatshirt. That's how I winterize my bike."
I love it. Last night was really cold, so I closed the window.
Yeah, that was woof. Is it rough for you? Man, that's rough.
That's a lot of work.
God, the hell that is your life. That is rough.
I've lived in Denver, so I know what a Denver winter is about. I lived there for 6 years.
Game over, man. Says people who rag on California are in places that Californians never even think about. Ouch. Ouch. All right, all sorts of fun hands here. Going to the flop. Check this out. What we got? Six-way action here. Queen high board. The best of it now for actually Jay Little, believe it or not, with inside straight draw here. Jack Peels. Wow, it could be anybody's board at this point. Open-ended now for Zach.
Welcome, Terry, asking if this is a bomb pot. You should know.
Vagabond Sean's Edge with the perfect rebuttal says, yeah, but Californians pay taxes that other states never think about.
That's the good weather
Dear
tax.
God, touche. You have nailed that one.
That's the
was
good
all
weather
right.
tax. If we did not have the government to make the weather good, then we would be just like you.
Yeah, that's Bill Nye the Science Guy who controls the weather, right?
Yeah, it's
I used to watch that on TV. I didn't know he had his own show. It's
You
crazy.
don't pay your taxes, you get bad weather. Everyone knows that.
It's true. Wait, what are taxes?
You have to have a job and get paid to pay them.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have to pay them a portion of the peanuts you give me, do I?
You're supposed to. You're supposed to claim them.
Well, I owe them several acorns then.
Ace on the River gives Gina the check mark with her 6. But really, anyone could take the spot.
Check over to Gina with the 6. She is going to fire it, and this should get through here. Easy money.
Yeah, Gina bluffing with the best hand.
It's so sad. Gina flops sets and gets runnered out on. Meanwhile, she's forced to bet with garbage pairs to pick up baby pots. Like, come on, man. Give Gina some love. I do not condone that comment. I will not
Delete it.
Nope.
Kick him out of the chat room.
Not doing it. Chris, while I love you as a person, I do not condone that comment.
There it is.
God dang it.
Let's just leave that up for the rest of the stream.
It's not, because then Mama Little, well, actually, Mama Little can still see.
Look how Jonathan Little is like looking at me,
Right
and
there,
he's
there
so
he is.
happy that I've let him come for a ride in my Tesla.
Oh my God. That's so bad. I love how you guys tried to recreate a picture that was Photoshopped. How was that? Who does that? Wildrice flight out of Denver tomorrow leaves at 4:20. Coincidence, considering they're one of the first states to legalize weed? I think not.
Frank is calling for a bottle of wine to be sent to Jonathan Little.
I think whoever wins the biggest pot every hour, half hour, should just buy the next bottle or two of wine. Like,
I don't think there's any
Why not?
problem with people buying bottles of wine to the table.
that's the least of our problems. So Gina with the better hand here with ace queen. Thinking about what she wants to do. She's stacking out some raising chips, guys. Once again, those greens are 25s, reds are 5s. So she's got about 3 1/4, maybe 350 stacked out there. And just decides to call. That's a little scary. I mean, that's something you gotta look at. Somebody stacking a bunch of chips. Or did she ship it? Wait, no, okay, no, she did call. Okay, here we go. So, oh, wow, and Zach is going to outflop the best of it here. 10 high board. Zach with top pair, top kicker. Gina checks. Her ace queen, no good at that point. She's looking for a queen. And Zach bets 130. Gina's going to make the call here. She's going to flat 6 on the turn, no help. Now you can see Gina is looking for one of the few remaining queens. Now you can see by the outs she has there, one of them is grayed out because somebody else folded that pre-flop. So her true outs is the 2 remaining queens, which leaves her about a 5 to 6% edge there. Yeah, game over, Ming. I feel you on that. It is a interesting time right now with laws as far as that goes. All right, so 385 here, bet by Zach on the turn. Pretty rough for Gina to float here again. I mean, even if she thinks both her ace and queen are live, it's pretty tough to float that sort of bet here. We're gonna see. I think she's in some full posture here. Jose Campos on YouTube, what's going on? Hey, no problem. Better late than never, my friend. Big winner tonight, I believe. Who's our big person? I want to say that it is Alicia, I believe, is so far the big winner. Actually, her and Mike P are both up over 2K at this point. We have about a half hour left in the stream for you. Gina now debating and calling here with ace high. Zach has bet just shy of 400, pushing the pot to just shy of 900. Chaiman says he wants to see a Stone versus Bike best player. We would absolutely love that. It's really just a matter of logistics as far as getting Stones.
Harlan. We'll just send you Harlan, and
that's fair. Yeah, he'll represent all of. And do we want him to represent that all of Stones? Harlan in beast mode. All right, Gina's still really in the tank. She's putting Zach on essentially zilch right here, and thinking if she has enough to make a move to get Zach to fold, and she is going to decide against it. She's going to let it go. Zach will scoop the pot of top pair. Good lay down by Gina. Nine high like a boss in the house. What's going on? Game Over Man says Harlan versus Harry, who I'm assuming is a player over there on the bike, says might break the run good continuum. It might break the internet, actually.
It sounds like it could.
Yeah, you put two Harlans together. Okay, it's like if you ever watched the movie Time Cop, when you run into a copy yourself, if you guys actually occupy the same space, like it's black hole, death, vortex.
Please tell me we're not referencing Time Cop.
We sure are. It's Jean-Claude Van Damme's best flick, and that's not saying much, but we're gonna go with it. Welcome to Stones Live. I can hear Taylor dying in the back booth,
so
and
much,
we're gonna allow it.
There's so much to dissect here.
Time Cop and Last Action Hero are basically the best movies on the planet.
First of all, there's a bomb pot coming.
Sorry, I'm done talking about super C-list.
Secondly, Jean-Claude Van Damme does not have a best flick.
Time Cop is the best of the worst. Yeah, that or Double Damage when he's in there with Dennis Rodman. Let's not get me started on that one.
I have a
Back to
long-standing
Stones
theory that
Live.
Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal are the same person.
Oh my God, how about lots of threes for Frank right now? Why don't we look at that?
Fine.
That's disgusting.
Be that way.
Frank's got all the threes. Wait, who's the same person? I'm just kidding. Sorry, it's taking me a second to catch up. Yes, everybody in the chat, I love you all. You're all the best. Okay, so lots of threes for Frank. Now, we talk about being rangeless and scared and a little second guessing of your hand in these sort of bomb pots where everybody sees the flop. But when you flop a set, life's good and you don't really care. Diamond draw here for Poker Mama could get interesting as well. Nine high like a boss in the house.
What's up, Nine High?
That is our resident Stones Deep dealer there in the box.
What's the best Arnold Schwarzenegger flick?
I do love me some last time. Oh, you know what? Let's just lay this to rest. Best Arnold Schwarzenegger flick? True Lies. Done.
Dude, I was gonna say that too.
Done.
That's amazing. Like you read my mind.
Done. True Lies.
There's
all
no
the way.
doubt. There's no doubt.
All the way. Jamie Lee Curtis and her little dance. Come on, it's like the one time you're like, she's hot. You know it. You know what I'm talking about. Frank bets 112. A fun random number.
We gotta vote for Predator though.
Oh, Predator's solid. That is a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Him and Jesse Ventura. Pre-Governor. Solid movie.
There was a really good one with him. I believe it was called The Sixth Day or The Seventh Day.
Oh yeah, one of the
Cloning
clones.
people.
Yeah, the sixth day was the sixth day.
Sixth Day, that was really good too.
Absolutely.
Okay, we do not have a diamond on the turn. Frank is still way out in front with his set of threes, but we can still get a diamond on the river.
Now that everybody's chiming in, there's so many good ones. Terminator 2, Pumping Iron, Commando.
Throw Mama from the train.
Oh, Predator, come on, what are you waiting for? Do it now. You idiot, I'm here, I'm waiting for you. All the way. All the way.
Oh my God.
So Frank now with the turn firing 234. The turn really improves nobody here. It's actually a scare card for Stolly. Poker Mama is still just on diamond draw, and it's not even the best. If she had like the ace high diamond draw and turned a pair, she's all in on that one.
She's in a tough spot here because if it was just Frank bet, she has to call see a river, that's fine. But she doesn't know if Kathy behind her has potential to raise, reopen the action. So that is a problem for her, and I think she takes the right route by taking the safe route and folding there.
And now we got people chiming in with twins, Running Man.
He does have a lot of good moves.
I love it.
And no one said Terminator yet. And Terminator...
Oh, no, Terminator 2 was... Well,
okay.
no, not the first one, but they said Terminator 2.
Yeah,
But count it.
well, I had Guns N' Roses doing the soundtrack, so... I mean, you know, I'm a child of the 80s.
One of my favorite movies is Last Action Hero. I mean, where you can make fun of yourself, though. It's super great. Come on, Bubba Baby Buggy Bumpers. Just do it. It's great.
He's got a new one coming out. It looks good.
What is it? My brother was actually in his last random one about the plane crash where he was like upset because his daughter died or something, his family died in it, and he was, well, my brother was the weatherman for that area, and they used authentic local newscasters, so he got a little cameo in that for a minute. Cool. Bill Kelly. It's good times. Kindergarten Cop.
Oh yes, Kindergarten Cop is not a Duma.
I'm a cop, you idiot. Who's your daddy and what does he do? I mean, come on, guys. All day. I'm Detective John Kimball. Sorry. All right, we're done here. What?
Good. It was good. It was good. I was impressed.
Dude, me and Arnie. Wait. Yeah, we're like that. We're good. We're good. I remember everybody at Sac State, everybody at the local college got so stoked when he got elected governor because he was the one signing their diplomas.
He signed my diploma.
Yeah, right. I mean, who doesn't love that? Who's like, oh yeah, who signed your diploma, dude? The Terminator. The Terminator signed my diploma. Say something.
If only he had signed it, the Terminator. Oh, that's the only thing that could have been any better.
Oh my God, Jingle All the Way too. I'm gonna give it to you. I like that with Turbo Man.
Wasn't there one where he's fighting with Sinbad over a toy?
That's the one. That's yeah. It's look at the new Turbo Man doll. That's Sorry, I know way too much about Arnold movies.
Mike Paso at Pocket 8s has called 15, and Alicia on the button was 7-5. I thought I saw her put in a raise, but no, I saw that because everyone's still putting 15 in. So we are 5 ways to the flop. And here comes Jack 9-6, a couple of hearts. Jack 9 for Gina hits top 2. We got a little bit to work with everyone else. It's not a really crazy action flop going on here.
Vagabond's Edge says, can you do a good walk-in impression? I've been known to do one or two.
Pretty good. It was all right.
Yeah, you know, it's off the cuff.
So, what's that 10 do here? It gives Poker Mama a little hope.
An 8 would just be so sick for so many reasons. It would give out so many straights on a set for Mike P. Just don't do it. Which means please do it.
Gina continuing to bet her 2 pair. Poker Mama being faced with the decision here, an additional 70 to call and see a river card. She does have 1 pair.
And I see this all too often too, where you basically have the battle of a semi-straighted board, kind of draw heavy, and you have 2 pair versus a pair and a straight draw. This happens all the time. We'll see how this plays out here. Poker Mama betting 40. You don't like getting raised to 110, and sometimes you can assume that even if you do have a straight draw, but there's a potential flush draw that your card you're looking for can't not.
She's gonna call.
Flush. Yeah. Oh, and that is not the card she's looking for. Now this is sick because it's an action card, and then it's in the slowed down.
Oh my God!
But it's check call, and then she said, yeah, check call all day.
Check.
Yeah. And Gina right now,
Rose River for Gina.
That is indicative of how Gina's night has been. She knows it. She knows it. She is just getting rivered all day long.
River.
Does Arnold play poker? I don't know if he does, but God, would that be not awesome to play with him? And then, like, come on, tell me every single time he gets a pot off you, he should just say terminated. Like, every time. And Jay Little staring at Veronica. And really now we have great context for this picture. He's like, I'm playing your game? What in the hell kind of game is this? What is this?
Well, that night was great because we apologized to him in advance before putting him in the booth with Veronica. We're like, look, she's the only one available tonight. She loves you. She begged to be in here with you, but we're sorry.
Yeah.
Here's Veronica.
T-Siphon, I draw the line at Snagglepuss impressions. I'm sorry. That's where I draw the line. No Snagglepuss. And when he loses, I'll be back. Dude, I mean, I feel that no matter what role he ever does, he's got these patented phrases. He just has to work into it one way or another. Like when I knew he was going to be the new apprentice judge guy, I'm like, dude, if you don't say you're terminated instead of you're fired, you're missing the world's best opportunity.
And did he?
Of course he did. And actually, the contestants, they fly off in a chopper, so he says, go to the chopper, or get to the chopper. I'm like, good, thank you for not screwing that up.
Justin's like, good. Yes, the hate flow through you.
You're doing well, Arnie.
No ace for anyone, but Frank and Alicia both hit their kings on this flop. 5-way action. It's checking around, and looks like we're going to see a turn card for free. That's kind of rare.
Jay Ducky, 10 in the house, says, I have a Terminator 2 pinball machine with Arnold on the front. I know you do. That is Mr. Duckworth right there. The man. I was bragging about you and your son's medal accomplishments earlier, so thanks for tuning in, buddy.
Oh, Vagabond's Edge. Remember Batman Forever? He was Mr. Freeze. Not really a Schwarzenegger movie.
When he just shoots you and says, chill out. I mean, it's like, how awesome is that?
A spade completes on the river. It checks down. King with a 10 will scoop this pot. Alicia continues her heater throughout this game.
Master C, what's up? I did see you in there. Hey, buddy, I know you are drinking. I am jealous, so have one for me.
Mustak. It's Mustak.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I Mustak.
He was going to be in the food game on Monday, but now he's actually commentating. He had the perfect name. He was going to be Master Cheese. So for those of you who haven't been following along, Monday is the food name game. Every player is a food. And Watbree is in the chat room. He's in the game. Solid.
Love me some Brie.
Yeah, Brie is good.
That's right. Everybody forgetting about the classic Batman Forever movie. Let's just ignore George Clooney, but let's actually talk about exactly. Let's talk about Jim Carrey was the Riddler. Yep. Tommy Lee Jones is Two-Face. Put that in there. I know you know. And then obviously Arnold Schwarzenegger is Mr. Freeze. We don't even need Batman. We just call Batman villains at that point. Just throw Batman out.
Adam West was Batman.
Oh, rest in peace. Good dude. Good dude. By the way, the original Batman 66 Batmobile just went up for sale in private auction. Google it. I don't want to know the price, but it has lots of commas in it, I'm sure. Signed by Adam West and the original Robin as well. So I'm full of useless information, like Veronica, but she's got aces now, so she's got some useful stuff going on.
Veronica needs to find a raise right here.
She's finding a stack O red.
And she does.
It's almost a min raise to Zach's
I think that's why. I think that's why. It's because she knows that Zach's range is not only is Zach's range kind of wide in those early positions, but also she has aces, so he can't have her beat pre-flop. But she wants action. And she's going to get it. Gina coming in from the button.
She's going to get everything she wants here. She's all the action. Check this out. Let's see if this snowball effect... Action! Gamba! Let's see if this affects here. Wait, did Mike P... Oh, I was like, Mike P hasn't even acted yet. Okay, so it's still on Mike P to make the call. Tonight's shirt is this broadcast brought to you by beer. That's a bear and a deer, in case you guys missed that one.
A beer.
Beer. It's logic, guys. It's just words. Easy money. I saw Batman Forever in theaters. I snuck into 2 movies that same day, Batman Forever and Air Force One. What? Set of aces for Veronica. Pair and a straight draw for Zach. Straight draw for Mike. Gina's just out there in Whipsburg, Pennsylvania.
Do you think that Veronica's happy with this flop?
Yes and no. So here's the deal. You love it. You hope so. Nobody has King 10, but there are a lot of cards that kill you, but there are a lot of cards that totally mint you too. So yes, You love it, but you're cautious. So she's going to fire 400 here. Relative to pot size, that's a lot, but I don't blame her because there are so many cards. Any sort of 10 or king peeling would be detrimental for her as far as she's concerned, and she'd rather just take it down right now, especially since she's not had the best run earlier. So great bet, take it down, easy money. Super solid. And Justin is running out to the pre-party outside. There you go. And Mike P sitting about 3.1K. Frank around 3,100 as well. Two big dogs. It's a healthy 1-3 game. Definitely solid.
All right, guys, we need 300 viewers, and Art said he will come in. So
now that's
tell your friends,
Twitch and YouTube, so get ready.
Tell your family, tell your trusted enemies.
Hide your wife, hide your kids. We got 79 over there on YouTube. Go ahead. Yeah, you know, the problem in Veronica's spot there is, while you know you have the best of it right then, assuming you don't get like check raised all in with somebody with King 10, there's so many cards that could come that just absolutely make you second guess everything you know about your hand there. So I have no problem with her betting a little bloaty and just taking it down. She's got a lot of action pre-flop. Game over, man. Says I have 138 people sitting around my computer, so let's go.
They want to meet Art so bad.
First movie I ever went to the theaters to see was Jurassic Park. Good for you. I saw that in theaters as well. Hell of a movie. 1993. I own the pinball. Definitely my favorite. So Veronica pops to 45 here with King, Queen. Gina and Stolly both find a call. Frank has 3-4. He's definitely going to find a call. Wow, lots of queens for Veronica. Life is good. Open-ended for Stolly. So check, check. Now over to Veronica with lots of queens. Now, I like this bet here. Being that Veronica's the one who raised pre, I love that she bets here because 90% of the time, this is just going to be a typical C bet, and that's honestly what she's hoping to represent. It goes a lot with polarizing your range.
Hello, Kathy.
Not surprised here to see Stolly shove.
Wow.
The majority of the time, Veronica's not going to have a queen, and this is just going to get through and win the pot right here. You're not even really going for it.
Stolly does not even know what she's gotten herself into.
It's unfortunate for her here because a king to make her straight would complete a boat for Veronica, which would be no good. She's looking for an 8 only, and there it is! There it is! And wowza, still good. And it's sick. So many outs on the river actually could have still reboated Veronica, and nothing to come. Wow, Stolly will take that down with 10 jack.
A moment of silence for Veronica's chip.
Yeah, ouch, ouch. You know, Veronica was on a bit of an upswing there. Obviously, she just had aces and flop to set, so, you know, I guess you can't win them all, right?
Why not?
But it's Veronica and Prisoner, so normally she wins them all, but in this case...
I was actually just about to make a comment about how Veronica invites people to her game and then takes all their money, and then that happens.
Exactly. You mean Veronica invites people and then says, here, I give you monies. You know what, actually, I do love that, generally speaking, before Veronica's game even starts, you know, some people buy, like, hey, I brought over a 6-pack, and it's always a 6-pack of beer. Right. And she brings a 6-pack of wine, like full-size, normal wine-size bottles, and they kill that before the game. So that's the level that you're dealing with when you play Veronica.
This actually has been a pretty good game in the sense that no one's gotten kicked out tonight.
Yeah, yet.
I'm impressed.
Yet.
It's only 15 minutes to go. I think they're going to make it.
You know, sometimes we even make an announcement in the room that Veronica and Friends is running, so you're going to hear an absolute shit show of awesomeness in the corner. The decibels will be loud, and you just have to smile and accept it. Healthy game tonight. This game has definitely not disappointed. But then again, when has Veronica and Friends ever really disappointed? I don't think there's ever been one.
I don't recall.
No, seriously.
I mean, any game where a dog has been bet.
Yeah. Guys, literally. PETA cannot catch this. No. Yeah.
Tomorrow night, tonight is our final night with Jonathan Little. He's here in the booth with Veronica.
Oh, God.
And they're doing a 10-25 game. I want to give a special opportunity to all of our viewers. There is a seat open, and I held it just for our viewers tonight. I want one of you to play tomorrow at 5:30 here at Stones in the 10-25, commentary by Veronica and Jonathan Little.
Dude.
So it's like poker. If we can get the command in the chat room, first person to text me and lock up the seat, I will text you back and confirm it tomorrow at 5:30. Come play in the game. I've held one seat for a viewer, and we'd love to see one of you in there so that Veronica and Jonathan Little can basically talk crap about them all night.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, especially, you know, I know we have some Jonathan Little subscribers already in the chat. If any of you guys can make it out and hop in the game, you literally have the chance to get Jonathan Little critiquing on your play live.
And it was great in the low stakes game, but it's a completely different strategy in the bigger stakes game.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. A lot of fun. And if you guys need a pointer, just follow his How to Beat Crazy Wild Cash Games.
Yeah, right.
And come in here. Oh, my God, Frank with that run good. This ought to be fun. Lots of sixes for Frank here. Jonathan with the flush draw. This ought to be great. So Jonathan bet 65. Frank looks like he's going to flat call here. Show me 10 of clubs for sick action. All right, 8 here on the turn. Doesn't really change anything here. Still Frank with trip sixes. Jonathan with the flush draw. He's going to Frank checks. Jonathan quick fires out bucket and quarter. Frank reaching for more. He's going up. This is kind of unfortunate. You don't really like to see this if you're Jonathan. You do have now a straight draw on the turn with that 8 dealing, so a 7 would also help you out. Up there, you can see his outs, guys. 4 of his actual outs are dead, so it goes from 10 outs to effectively 6 outs. Let's see if he can get it. Boom. Deuce on the river, no help. Trip 6 is good for Frank. It's a really rough river for Jonathan. The 2 didn't complete anything. You really don't have any sort of bluffing moves here other than just trying to rep a 6 from the beginning, but you can't. Let's see here. Trying to figure out the action on the river. Obviously, Frank has about 350 in front of him, so Frank bet 350. Jonathan finds the fold there, as he should. The turn definitely kept him in, picked him up an extra couple outs there. There we go. Once again, taking a look at those chip stacks.
I checked the count.
Well, this one guy in the chat room has 137 people in his room watching on one computer.
No, it doesn't count.
No, it counts.
Counts as one.
You have to
I'll tell them
in.
to get on their phones.
You have to come in and show off that fancy burgundy suit.
Get over 300.
On both, add both.
Total.
Over 300.
301. We only have 300.
Come on, guys, let's
One
go.
more. I'll
We need
pull up my phone.
one more viewer to get Art in the booth.
I love it. You guys in the chat are the best. You're a big part of the show. If you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe, follow, all the above. Click to get notifications so that way when we go live for fun things like tournament final tables, because you never know what time that's going to be, you will get a little blast out to your phone. You can tune in. Once again, you are watching Veronica and Friends. This is a 1-3 no limit. We do it once every third Wednesday of the month is this Veronica shit show here. And we started out with a $500 max buy and table stakes after that. As you can see, everybody and their mother has like 3K in front of them.
Is that his second helping of duck tacos?
They are delicious. I'm going to have a second helping after I'm done with this here. Boom.
Mastag in the YouTube chat says he will take the 10-25 seat. Are you serious? Text me if you're serious. I'll lock it up.
Yeah, he needs somebody to back him, man. I'm a little short on ends right now, otherwise I'd take care of it.
I'll get you in the game. Let me know if you're serious.
Frank with top pair, top kicker here. Gina with a straight draw. Everybody else kind of in Whip City. The whole village is here gathered around the communal laptop. They need this, guys. I love it. Rokas in the house. What's going on? Immunity Music says it's 500 enough for the 10-25 game. I'm just going to say no. It's really
The
not.
min buy-in is 2,000.
Yeah, well, then definitely no. 500 and then find 3 other friends with 500 and you can get in the game for the min buy. Honestly, you would never even want to consider anywhere close to a min buy in a higher limit game like that because you're already dooming yourself before you even sit down. and Frank's hand only gets better.
Good job, Frank.
Aces and sevens for Frank.
I have a special surprise in tomorrow's game too.
Tell me more.
Well, you want to make it really spewy, right?
I do.
I've invited 2 of our spewiest players to the game.
So can I guess? Can I guess?
I don't know if I should say who because I don't want to tap the aquarium. But
Can I guess? Can I guess? Harlan.
Harlan is not in the game tomorrow.
Okay. Can I guess another one?
Yeah.
Bill H.
You can guess, but I'm not going to say.
This is rigged.
I'm not going to say.
This is rigged.
If you're right or wrong.
This is rigged. So rigged. Bill H is the guy who will give you a bunch of money or take your entire mortgage for the next few months.
We have a couple spewy guys though. It could be Action Dan.
Oh, absolutely.
It could be Bill H or Action Dan.
Or both, possibly. I knew I was going to get one of them. Frankie Hogan, what is going on? Shout out to Bella H there. Thanks for tuning in. Very cool. Oh man, is Mike Stanley in it?
Could be.
Oh man, tune in tomorrow. I'm so excited to light money on fire. Do chips burn easily? It's harder to burn chips on fire than money.
He knows how. He knows how.
Yeah. He brought a blowtorch. He's ready. Flame on.
Frankie Hogan Stagnito says, "Hey Justin, shout out my friend Bella H." Should we?
Oh, I already did, but you can shout him out again.
Nah, you already did.
Ouch. Rejected.
You did it, right?
It's true, I did.
Did you? Was I not paying attention? Where was I?
Not at all.
Where was I? Talking art?
Nowhere.
Oh.
No, is that, we weren't going for that one? No? Okay, cool.
What happened here?
Alicia pops to 20 with Queen 10. I'm glad you asked here. Gina and Mike P. Frank all find the call. Over Zach here with Jack Duke's not good enough. He's out of the way. Maybe some poker overkill in there. Oh yeah, some shame. Oh yeah. I can just. You say spewy, and there's like 6 people on my radar.
A lot of spewy players here.
The spew, but they're so dangerous though. It's like not like spewy means free money. Spewy means like hope you don't get snake bit. Like ouch. Veronica with Queens 3 bets to 205, getting all the respect. Oh my God, Frank, don't do it.
Do it.
Frank, oh God, Frank's certainly gonna wants to do it. Oh, he wants to rabbit it. He just wants to rabbit it so he can show how much he would have beat her. Frank, you are so dead. You're dead every. Oh my God, 5. He's so sick. Jay Ducky actually says, I'd love to play tomorrow, but I'm already playing in the 1K tourney on Friday.
Super exciting. $1,100 buy-in on Friday. The sit and go will start streaming at 5:30. We will probably stream till midnight.
Ruckus, he did not call. He actually just paid $5, but he folded, but he paid $5 to run out the board. We allow that here in the Veronica and Friends game. Jay Ducky, always a fan. He's actually played a few single table sit and goes here, including Mike Possel's dream setup. And
you did good in it.
Yeah, lots of fun, man. Lots of fun. God, and what an intense kind of game theory action that thing was about the push fold ranges there when you're trying to really play for position and points.
X-Bob Love wants to know how much are the blind rounds in the sit and go. You get 100K in chips in 30-minute levels. It does last about 7 hours, and we stream the entire thing.
There you go. Yeah, I believe the last stream, I mean, you said 7 hours, no joke. The last stream, I believe, clocked in at 6 hours and 51 minutes.
6.5 to 7 hours,
yeah,
pretty consistent.
Right on point. There we go. Stolly here with the 3-bet to 50. Mike B with ace king. Just calls. Kind of surprised. He's busy with the duck tacos. Can't blame him for the call. If I'm busy with duck tacos, I'm not raising either. I'm just enjoying my tacos. Frank, what are you doing? Oh, he's going to call. All right, Zach's in there for sure. Zach's doing some cheap set mining from the button with 4s. Got a good feeling about 4s. Master C, always a pleasure, buddy. See you soon, my friend. Ooh, I already have people getting called for the Stones live table. Lots of queens here. Nobody with one. Alicia's Jack's still the best. A spade draw for Poker Mom.
Yeah,
a huge spade draw.
It's great.
And we're hearing yelling from the Stones live table. I don't know if they're yelling at us in the corner or what. Good times. Mr. DOK 64, like Donkey Kong 64? Take it. 5 5 of clubs peels, no help. Alicia's still way out in front here in the spot with jacks. Keeping it pretty cautious though, with the potential of a queen. But after this many check throughs, she's definitely going to take the initiative and fire. 500 in the pot, she fires 200. Actually, pot was at 301, now she fires 200, so now there's 500 in the pot. Always important to note that, because 200 into 300 is a lot different than 200 into 500.
Apparently these numbers matter.
Yeah, this whole, when I talk about bet sizing, people don't understand. I'm like, okay, if the pot's 500, don't bet $5. Okay.
Why?
These are the conversations that I have every day, guys. Why? Here. This is why he's in the booth and not playing
them. Maybe they're not all poker players.
Value, pot value.
You gotta be an ass all the time. Just tell them why.
Because it's all about getting value. If I'm getting 100 to 1 on my money, I'm going to call you with anything. If I'm getting 1 to 1 on my money, I'm probably going to call you with a lot less.
So you're going to get paid?
Yes.
$5.
You're right. You should play that way that's what they mean. Small ball poker all day. This is fun. So Poker Mama does make the call. Back over to Mike P. He lets it go. Frank, ZM, everybody's out of there. So literally just trying to dodge a spade here or a king. Oh! Yo! All right, now the board is paired. Let's see here. Casey now making the best hand on the river with the flush. Has position on Alicia. She's kind of in a tough spot. The sick part about Alicia's spot is this. She knows if she checks that Casey bets no matter what and exploits that board. So it's almost a matter of, do I lay my own price and hope I don't get raised?
And that's what she's going to do.
And that's exactly what she's doing.
And Casey probably will not raise her because of the paired board.
So pot's at 700. She is going to bet. It looks like she's reaching for close to about 4. She's got 350 stacked out in green and some red in her hand. I mean, I like the way that she's playing this. She's taking her time. She's going to bet. Unfortunately, where's Casey going? Nowhere. No. Where? Oh, away?
Nowhere.
Nowhere. Yeah. Okay. So Casey's going nowhere. So she's going to bet that. Now, if Casey wants to play it pretty conservatively and cautious, she can, quick call. Yeah. Casey definitely is never folding there, but she doesn't have to raise because of the paired board. You know, you never know. Alicia was the pre-flop aggressor. She could have had some weird queen-ace combo, 6s, 5s, whatever. So, yeah, either way, she played it safe, she called, and she gets the pot.
Magic Man's going to send the wambulance.
The wambulance, yeah. That is exactly when a pig gets injured. Actually, they send the ambulance.
Yeah, I was going to say it's still a wambulance.
Sorry.
A wambulance is when...
I was just thinking from the 80s band Wham.
That's what I was thinking.
With the exclamation point right there.
Get out of my head.
Sorry. I'm a fan of Deadpool movies. What do you want from me?
Guys, we are starting what I believe to be the last hand of the night. And let's hope it's a smash-up bloody hand.
Frank's giving a standing ovation to somebody here at the table. I'm not sure who yet. You know when you look over and you think something big is happening at the table because there's a couple players standing? At Veronica and Friends, there's a couple players standing every hand, so you really don't know. Might as well just get one of those standing poker tables. I'd make a good Deadpool. Thank you very much. I have definitely been Deadpool.
There it is. Call the wambulance.
If you go back and look on YouTube Stones Live, you go back and look at our previous Halloween broadcast the year before last. It was actually me and this fine gentleman here, and we were the Deadpool Mad Scientist combo. Feel free to look it up. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, real swords here in the casino.
Yeah, I can't help it that security didn't catch that. That's not on me.
Lady Nomuck says, no, keep steaming. Have we been steaming? I'm not mad. Are you mad?
No, I believe we meant streaming, but we're going to go with it. Keep steaming your vegetables. Yay. All right, last hand here, guys. Veronica pops a 45 from the button.
Rokas already went through the archives and found the Deadpool episode.
Nice, yeah, check it out, dude. For sure, we had a lot of fun. I like to think I stayed in character the whole time. I definitely never took off that mask, and I had a lot of face sweat going on.
And I went into the game, played one hand, and lost $200.
True. He asked me what my sequel was calling, and I told him Deadpool too. Called him an idiot, so you'll enjoy.
All players looking for a full-house card.
Yeah, all right, Jack-Eye flop here. Not a whole lot going on. Frank's ace-5, actually the best right now, connected with a pair. Boom, shakalaka, deuce on the turn. Doesn't change too much. Frank's still with a cinch on this. But nobody's really in love here. Another heart would give Jonathan the flush. And so Veronica as well.
I love that the table talk right now is them having a conversation about how they can say anything that they want because there's no audio on the table.
Oh, this could get real fun real quick.
All right, a 5 on the river gives Frank the check mark.
Classic
again.
Frank. Veronica, of course, she's going to call all day on the turn there. She's got a straight draw and a flush draw, and the river. Frank's like, how about another 5 for reasons?
All right, Frank scoops our final pot of the evening, and good game.
Absolutely.
So what do we have coming up tomorrow? 10:25 No Limit with Jonathan Little.
One seat still open, guys.
One seat available.
For a viewer, hit him up.
I love it, yeah. Give me a text. Let me know you want to lock up the seat. It's tomorrow. Be at Stones at 5:30. It's a $2,000 minimum buy-in. Jonathan Little, Veronica doing commentary. Good times.
Can I borrow $2,000?
You can have everything in my pocket.
Okay, that means I probably will not be in the game tomorrow, guys, so still seat open.
Friday, $1,100 buy-in, single table sit and go. I heard a rumor that Chris Moneymaker bought into the game, and there's still 3 seats left, so let's go. Go to the cage, get your ticket. Saturday, we're not streaming. Sunday, we're back with the final table of the last Sunday tournament, 300 buy-in,
Epic.
30K guaranteed, usually more like 40 or 50K in the prize pool, though. And then Monday, the one, the only, the food name game. First time for Stones Live, and
Yes, indeed.
Butterbean has signed up for the food name game.
Guys,
do you want to know who Butterbean is?
Tune in.
Or big? Actually, I'm going to give them the whole list right now.
Yeah,
before
guys.
we go.
Yeah, you'll know some of these players, but some of these players you're going to kind of be like, huh?
I'm going to give them the whole list right now before we go.
There's some bacon in the game, right? There's got to be some bacon in there.
There's always bacon.
There's always bacon.
Let's not be.
This is America. Who doesn't love bacon, guys? Come on.
Food name game. We have Snack Pack.
Ooh, okay.
Crispy Bacon.
Okay, obviously.
Peanut.
Okay.
Hollywood Bowl.
I see what you did there.
Poker Pineapple Pro.
Okay, pineapple, gotcha.
Broccoli.
Oh, broccoli, yay!
Wop Brie.
Of course.
Baked ziti.
Ooh, okay.
And pork chop.
Nice.
So that's Monday.
If that sounds
Don't miss
tasty
it.
to you guys, make sure you tune in for sure.
So we appreciate you being here. Thank you everyone in the chat room for joining us. Hit us up on Twitter. Follow us. Follow this guy. Follow me. Follow Stones Live Poker. Follow everything. And thank you for being here for Jonathan Little and Veronica and Friends special episode.
Awesomeness.
Yeah,
See you guys soon.
Have a great night.